Early morning trapping. Early morning trapping. Early morning trapping. Hello, Amelia. What up, pimp? I think I'm gonna start streaming on so many channels at once. I'm just gonna try to consolidate everything to one potential central location. You feel me? You're waiting for pizza? That's a good start. That is a good start to a Saturday or Sunday for you. I just went for a walk. Oh my god, there actually I think is no better feeling, and maybe I'm a psychopath for this, but there is no better feeling than going for a walk and your feet feel like you went for a walk. Like, am I crazy for feeling like that? So much green on my street like it's Grove. Made a lot of money on the road. 10K for a show. Like, there's no better feeling than going for a walk and your feet felt like you went on a walk. Oh, so I've been learning a lot about F1 races. Oh, there was one thing I wanted to fix. Did I move it? I did move it. Okay, I wanted to fix chat being in the corner that it was in, but yeah, the fuck? Oh, there we go. We're learning more about F1 races. And so I want to watch, there's a couple of videos I want to watch on that, Loki. Also, the El Clasico is tomorrow. Real Madrid versus Barcelona. I'm excited for that. All right. The fuck? Also, I may or may not have adjusted some volumes of some things here and there, so if some things are louder than they normally are, I apologize. I did it without really thinking about it, to be honest. Yeah, she's I visited Europe's most depressing football. Let me see. There's a bunch of different things I've been watching, actually. Let me check my watch later. Louder, you say? Hey, man. Oh, we can do what we usually do. We can do our check what's happening in the trending tab. Hey, yo. It's not gonna be any weird shit. Hold on. Louder. Hey, man, you know what's crazy? We have a, oh, I'm hitting the wrong button. We have an American Pope now, and he's from Chicago, and a lot of people are saying he's King Von reincarnated. Let me show y'all. Hold on. Let me teach you something about King Von. Watch this one.
Not many demons are dying. King Von is one of the only few demons we done seen die who professed out of his mouth. The Bible says, what's in your heart, it go come out of your mouth. He said, I'm a demon, man. I'm on demon time. So he one of the only demons, and he was a powerful demon. He had many followers like Lucifer. The only reason King Von was free, the witnesses came up dead a day before the trial. Did y'all forget? After his death, the FBI said, hey, or whoever said, hey, we got evidence that he killed that girl. He was in a documentary laughing. You know how sick you gotta be? to knowing you killed this girl, nigga, and go answer the question with these white folks to toy. You know how sick.
Like, yo, King Von was a demon. Wait, King Von, the rapper who terrified everyone.
He was a serial killer who bragged about killing people, and he professed and confessed to be a demon.
He was that, bruh. If he wanted you out of there, he'll go do it himself on feet by himself.
Von gave me a lot of passes. He could have killed me a couple times.
I was happy as hell when I found out Von was dead. I cooked for the whole day.
I was relieved for the community, man, because he was over there torturing them guys, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
Something was wrong with him. That's not human, man. You're not regular, man. He was a devil, man.
How are you rich and you're robbing people? You robbing producers. You robbing rappers. You got money.
So from what I hear, that documentary proves everything to be true. He is a serial killer, and he was a demon in human form. He was a serial killer.
I like that King Von has become like some what is it? Mythological legend. Dude, King Von was special. Okay. King Von was special. It was a special man. He had no problem slaughtering anybody, bro. What was the video that I wanted to watch? Oh, this is just me this is just me pocket watching right here, right? I want to see where all these F1 drivers live. All right, let's watch this.
G'day. More than half of the 20 F1 drivers live in the same country, within a mile of each other. That country is Monaco. But which drivers live
Of course they
there,
do.
and where do the others reside? You're about to find out. This is Monaco, the jewel of the Mediterranean and home to
Monaco is so
13
expensive to
F1
live in.
drivers. I asked Mark Cantavella from Monaco Advisors.
Hi, bro. How are you? Casper, did somebody hack your account? Did somebody hack your account? That is the most happy-go-lucky message I think you have ever sent. Ever. Is that Casper? Yo, what's good, Mac? I'm just messing with you. What's up, dude? How you doing, man? Good to see you and with the good vibes today, man. How you doing? Chat, by the way, you're attempting to be more positive? Well, yeah, sure, it's appreciated. Hell yeah, dude. Let's go. Come on, man. I always thought you were a great guy. It's cool. It's always good to be more positive in life. Life is short, you know? Yeah, we're just hanging out today a little bit. I don't really have well, I kind of had the itch to play Frag Punk of all games today, but I haven't really sat down and just talk with everybody in a while. So I think we're gonna do a little bit of that today. Just watch some stuff and just hang out today, you know. I know the streaming has really been consistent, and that's just because I think it's my own confidence with streaming that's been kind of all over the place. You know, I'm trying to figure out life, right? But next week we start the stream schedule, although it's gonna be actually no. We will officially start the true stream schedule probably in June, because next weekend, I probably should tell you guys this now. Next weekend, I have a graduation to go to on Saturday. And then the week after that, I will be in Dallas for DreamHack Dallas that Thursday, which is like the 21st to the 26th. So I'm gonna be a little out of town that weekend. Just, you know, doing some IRL stuff. We might try to do an IRL stream while we're there. Where is America? Oh yeah, we can take a look at it.
Why so many drivers choose to settle there?
There is no personal income tax.
All right, so a lot of F1 drivers live in Monaco.
The jewel of the Mediterranean and home to 13 F1 drivers. I asked Mark Cantavella from Monaco Advisors why so many drivers choose to settle there.
There is no personal income tax in Monaco, which is zero. So you won't be taxed on your salary, you won't be taxed on your sponsorship. That leads you to a 0% taxation as an individual.
And for an F1 driver earning tens of millions of dollars or euros, that can be a huge saving. So
That's a lot of money.
Where all 20 of the F1 drivers reside, starting with this man, Lando Norris. Monaco.
I know this guy. Yeah, Lando Norris.
22. Prior to that, he was living in Woking, not far from McLaren in Britain. And if you're on social media, you'd have seen numerous clips of him driving around Monaco in an array of gorgeous cars.
Those cars are gorgeous.
Safety, then networking, because a lot of them are living in Monaco, so they can meet each other, they train together.
Perhaps Lando trains with Max Verstappen because he too lives in Monaco. Moved there from the Netherlands the day after he
Absolutely.
was 18. And being one of the top 2 highest earning F1 drivers, he has a lot to gain from zero personal income tax.
Zero
Today's
income
Mail
tax is
article last year
crazy.
suggested He would save up to £172 million. But does he pay any tax? His manager Raymond Vermeulen says yes. Pays taxes on the sports performances he delivers in the Netherlands, such as income earned during the Dutch Grand Prix in Zandvoort. He also pays taxes in other countries where he, as a sportsman, generates income.
I was going to say, he's going to have to pay taxes anywhere else he goes, right? But it makes sense he wouldn't pay taxes in Monaco. Monaco is a cheat code. If I ever become rich, I'm moving to Monaco. Not really, because honestly, now that I think about it, not paying taxes is not enough to maybe want to move away from all my friends and family forever. I'm good on that.
To say we have no income from the Netherlands, so why should we have to pay tax on foreign income there?
Makes
Thank
sense.
you to IncyJets for sponsoring this video.
We got a
Now,
paid
just quickly,
promo, man.
unless you're new here, you
Yeah,
probably
nah.
heard me talk about IncyJet
I've heard that
before.
F1
Well, today I wanna
drivers-
talk to you about their on-demand charter flights.
Actually, I don't really want to skip the ad, but dude, F1 taxes are crazy. It's on the Bezos. No, just like money.
Description below. I guarantee you won't be disappointed.
What about Esteban Ocon? Well, he's one of 3 drivers to live in Switzerland, Geneva to be exact. Tax situation there? Well, there is federal tax for single people, plus there's a cantonal tax, like a regional tax. Switzerland has not one income tax rate. It differs depending on the canton or region that you live in. Peak income tax, say at Zug, is just 22%, whereas in Geneva, it's at 45%, which is still cheaper than what...
I really forget
Esteban
there's so many
paid
other cities in
in
Switzerland.
France. So, could he live in Monaco? Yeah, he could live there, but he wouldn't get the tax-free status. Why? Because the French government allows Monaco to exist, but they don't want their citizens going there. They're happy for other countries to send their citizens there and pay no tax, but not the French. Aussie Oscar Piastri? Yes, he too is a Monaco resident. He hasn't lived in Australia since 2016. Lived in the UK when he started with McLaren, but moved to Monaco last year, 2024. Of course, moving to Monaco is not just about taxes. It's a bit like a rich boys club. German driver
I like how they're like, we'll let the French will let it exist. We just won't let our own people go there. Smart.
Nico Hulkenberg is part of that club, lives in an apartment with his wife Eglay and daughter Noemi and dog Zeus. But get this, not just anyone can move to Monaco and get that tax-free status.
Right.
To prove that you are rich enough to live in Monaco.
That means depositing between €500,000 and €3.5 million.
I can tell you that
That's insane.
The one that I know, they have more than $500,000.
That
In
is
order to become
actually crazy.
in Monaco, a pilot must really live in Monaco.
Of course, an F1 driver is
Wow.
on the road for probably 200 nights a year, so they couldn't fulfill that criteria. But the important thing is
His personal life must be in Monaco. Wife, kids, gym membership, whatever.
their economic
That is a little weird how much they strong arm you into basically being a part of the country. Like you are strong armed living here. Everything has to be about Monaco if you live in Monaco, which I guess realistically ain't no different from other places that you willingly live in. I guess they're just actually making it clear, like, okay, if you're gonna live here, everything in your life has to be about this city or this country.
activities must be based in the Principality. If they're paid in Monaco, have started Monaco companies.
We have cities bigger than this country.
relocated their families, they'd likely qualify as tax-free. Charles Leclerc, though, doesn't need to do any of that because he's the only driver to hold a Monegasque passport, so he's legit. His teammate from 2024, Carlos Sainz, holds a Spanish passport, but he moved to Monaco last year and lives just 5 minutes from Charles. What about Yuki Tsunoda? Well, he's one of the rare ones not to live in Monaco. He resides in Italy, not far from his team's HQ.
Italy.
Faenza, been there since 2023. Another driver calling Italy home is Pierre Gasly. He lives in Milan.
I want to go to Italy
Lived
one
there
day.
Since 2017. And
Actually, well, to be perfectly fair, me and my wife plan to go to Mallorca next year, which will be a lot of money. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. But not for real. Wait, buenas tardes, mi grande amigas. Did you just call me Big Fred? Muy buenas tardes, mi grande amigo. Well, you said amigazo. I think you meant to. Did you mean to say amigo? You just call me big homie. You know what? I'll take it. What's good, Theodore?
Esteban Ocon, no tax-free status would be available to him, being French, if he moved to Monaco. Now, an aside here, what about Logan Sargent? Could he have claimed the tax-free status as a US citizen? Yes, but because US citizens pay tax based on their passport, no matter where they live or earn their income, the savings
We
would
do?
be much lower than, say, a German or a British driver. Of course,
I didn't know
if a
that.
citizen renounces their citizenship and secured a different passport, Monaco would be a much more attractive financial proposition. Ferrari driver Lewis Hamilton lives in the Principality, but also owns properties in New York, London, LA, and Colorado. Lewis and the
It's actually crazy how you can not be from a country and own multiple properties. Oh, wait. No, America does it all the time.
other UK drivers living in Monaco need to be very careful with their assets, though. If they have too many in the UK or they spend too much time there, they could be considered a tax resident in the UK. That's why they spend plenty on tax advisors to get this stuff right, because there is so much money on the line. Lance Stroll and Fernando Alonso do not live in Monaco, instead choosing to reside in Switzerland. With Esteban, that's a trio of drivers choosing Switzerland. If you go back to other past champions, Kimi Raikkonen and Sebastian
Switzerland
Vettel,
is a
they
beautiful
too are
country.
Swiss residents. Mercedes' #1 driver this year is George Russell. He has been a Monaco resident for 2 years now. I see he was training at the Monaco Stadium today in his new Adidas gear. Monaco itself, though, is a very tiny country. What is it? Under 2 kilometres long and under 500 metres wide, but they fit 36,000 people in there, of which
Muy pequeño.
also are millionaires. And the Monaco government is acutely aware that they have lots and lots of high-profile people there, wealthy indeed. And because of that, the government requires pro photographers and videographers to seek written permission for their activities in the city, which minimises the paparazzi pestering their millionaires, although Charles did have that.
I actually kind of like that, because the paparazzi are kind of a cancer to society, in my opinion. I kind of like that, actually.
Issue with fans, overzealous fans, knocking on his door and ringing his doorbell at all hours, which he actually had to go on social media and say, please, cut it out. Now, if you're like many and wonder, hey, how is this country running if they're getting no income tax from their residents? Well, they own the harbour, they own casinos.
Yeah, I mean,
they get money from VAT, the Monaco GP, and a tennis tournament. And there are some taxes on property. It is a small country, though. In fact, it's about the size of Disneyland. And remember, they...
Really? It's that small? What? Monaco covers an area of approximately 2.08 square kilometers. Wow, I did not know Monaco's that tiny. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm going to look at this map, but I want to make sure it doesn't have my address showing. Where the fuck is this country? Here it is. Hold on. Damn, what? Look at the size of this place. This whole line is Monaco. And then everything else is what? Is this all France? I love European history. By the way, I study so much European history. I want to visit Barcelona one day. Where's Mallorca? Is that right here? Yeah, me and my wife want to go here. We're probably gonna fly out from Barca and then come here. We're gonna fly from America to Barcelona and then Barcelona to Mallorca. Will that cost a shitload of money? Absolutely. Yo, what's good, dude? What's good, Mbul? You can see my house from there. Ooh,
No
Chad, we should play
army,
GeoGuessr.
Welfare, few roads, and it's very well run. The second Aussie on the grid is Jack Doohan. Now, Jack's lived in Monaco for some time now and enjoys a significant saving on his personal income tax over what he'd pay in Australia. Of course, accommodation in Monaco is expensive. Look at this apartment in Fontvier where many of the drivers live, primarily because it's less touristy, 6.7 million euros and 114 square metres. Although this three-bedroom stunner is more perhaps Max or Lewis's style, they'd pick that up for, say, 22.5 million euros. And what about renting? Well, I found this 55 square metre apartment, which will set you back about 66,000 euros a year. But if you're a driver and you're earning $1 million of income in Australia, moving to Monaco saves you about 440,000 Aussie dollars.
I was about to say, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. No, I'm lying. Never mind. I'm thinking of it in a different way. I was gonna say, damn, 66,000 a year is crazy. One bedroom, one bathroom. Nah, that's insane.
Meter apartment, which will set you back about 66,000 euros.
I was gonna say that's not too bad at first, but no, that's
$1 million of income in Australia.
That's a lot of money.
Monaco saves you about 440,000 Aussie dollars. What's that?
Aussie.
300,000 US. So the higher rental is not that much of an issue. Alex Albon's another Monaco resident, and get this, he lives opposite his teammate Carlos Sainz, and I'm talking on the same floor with doors facing each other. And what's Carlos like?
What?
Fine, quiet, respectful.
Well, that's 15 of the F1 drivers. There are 5 to go, so let's go now to Liam Lawson.
He lives in Monaco, where it's a lot warmer all year round than where I'm standing right now. Kimi Antonelli, does he live in Monaco? No, but he does live in San Marino, which is a principality in...
Bro, the concept of a castle is crazy when you really think about it, right? Imagine living in some shit like this. You own this property. This is insane. But I've heard that castles also smelled really bad, were dark and cold on the inside. So, you know, it wouldn't be great to live in, to be fair, but it's still cool.
Italy. They have a territorial tax system. Only the income generated from within its borders is subject to taxation. Income
Interesting.
From foreign sources is tax exempt, and that makes that a pretty attractive place to live for someone like an F1 driver. Oliver Bearman moved to Monaco recently. His father had an apartment there. His dad decided to move back to England, and that left the apartment
Steak is literally everywhere.
Free for Oliver to move into. We're down to 2 drivers, and I can tell you that Gabriel Bortoletto's family moved to Monaco recently. He's moved with them. That leaves just 1 driver, Isaac Hadjar, and his situation is a little out of the ordinary. He lives in Faenza and in Paris, but also spends a bit of time in the UK on the sim. If you kept count, you would know that 13...
You know, I've lived in the city all my life, but I want to visit London and I want to visit Tokyo so I can see all this imagery right here. Just seeing all of this structure, it blows my mind. I genuinely just can't believe something like this can exist in the world. It's so crazy. I don't like watching how rich people, not because of jealousy, because I don't like showing off type of stuff. I'm indifferent to it. I just like seeing what other people are doing in life.
On the sim. If you kept count, you would know that 13 of the 20 F1 drivers on the grid this year live in the Principality of Monaco. Now, before you go, I need to thank all of my subscribers, 412,000 of you.
I mean, yeah, it's just a different lifestyle. I'm just curious to see how other people do things, you know? I don't want to watch somebody live poor. You know what I mean? Like, I would rather watch a video about something a little ridiculous, you know, than realistic. I get enough of that in real life. But I also don't really, I guess because for me personally, I don't get offended by the existence of rich people. They don't bother me. You know what I mean? Like, their existence for me doesn't matter, I guess. Like, I don't really care if people showboat. I don't really care if people are rich. Whatever. It just doesn't bother me for some reason. But I'm also a full believer in it. Everybody's going to do everything differently. So, like, that's what they want to do. Like, But that was interesting, though. I'm going to queue up this next one, too, because I've had a big, deep interest in F1. But what was that video you wanted to watch, Casper? I mildly remember that YouTube channel. They were interesting for sure. I don't know. Where is America? Is it political? Because if it's political, I don't know if I really want to watch it. Okay. Yeah, if it's not political, then I'm cool with it. Well, this is unironically political, but man, the shit that's been going down between Pakistan and India is interesting. We're not really going to talk about it, but I saw a really bad Twitter joke that said, Pakistan, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. I haven't gotten a scam call in a week. People on the internet don't take shit serious at all, bro.
America.
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 Americas.
Americans.
Americanos.
American.
Americano.
A merry-go-round.
Amerigo Vespucci.
An Italian.
Of course.
The Map Men.
We're the men.
And here's the map.
America is a very interesting place, to say the least. It's a very interesting place, to say the
United
least.
States of America is a 5-word country.
States, United, the, and of are all self-explanatory. But the America part makes a lot less sense than you might think.
As we all know, America was discovered by Christopher Columbus in 1492.
Discovered, by the way.
And discovered is the right word because there definitely weren't people living there already.
And it was definitely him who discovered it, not the Chinese in 1421 or the Vikings around the year 1000.
The China theory is heavily debated.
And it was definitely the United States of America he discovered in 1492, not some Caribbean islands.
I've always thought about that China debate, like the Chinese found America first and then the Vikings. But I've heard that the Vikings have actually, like, there's like proof to show that they visited America. I've always thought, and this is coming from a guy with Native American bloodlines. I've always thought that Native Americans and a lot of Asian folk looked very similar in some regards, like really, really similar. I don't know how true that is or not, obviously, but I'm just basing it off my own bloodline. I got Native American in my family, like a lot of it, to be honest. Yeah, that's interesting.
It's good to be clear.
But although Columbus had reached a new world, he never reached the realization he'd reached it.
He'd set out in search of an alternative route to the spices of the East Indies and wrongly thought he'd found one.
And so he named the Caribbean islands the West Indies because he'd sailed west to find them. Which is weird because if he thought about it and he had actually gone around the world and hit the East Indies, he'd have hit them on the east side, so he probably should have called them the East Indies. So if he had been right, the West Indies would today be on the eastern side of the Indies, which is ridiculous.
But Columbus wasn't the only European who'd had a 15th century midlife crisis that involved buying a massive boat and sailing west until he'd come to terms with his own mortality.
Just 1 year after Columbus first reached the South American mainland, Italian explorer Amerigo Vespucci got there second.
But the crucial difference between Vespucci and Chris, as people in the voyaging business referred to him, is Vespucci did know he'd reached a brand new continent, and word soon spread of an exciting new world.
Hear ye, hear ye! There's a brand new continent we knew nothing about until now, full of gold and spices!
Yo, the thought of just, like, being an explorer, finding other countries is crazy to me.
Work, creating new and up-to-date world maps, each with their own dreadful renderings of the increasingly but still not very discovered continent.
One of these maps was a German called Martin Waldseemüller.
What are these maps? Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. What the fuck am I looking at? I mean, it makes sense. They didn't have, global positioning systems like we have now.
Each with their own dreadful renderings.
This is actually not too far off. How do you even figure something like this out without being able to see it from the air, from orbit? This is, I genuinely do think, though, it's fucking crazy how genius, like, people, or how intelligent people were back in the day. Like, they weren't perfect, obviously, but to be able to come sort of close to figuring out how some of these places look without having, like, the tech to do it, that shit's crazy to me.
Of the increasingly but still not very discovered continent.
One of these map makers was a German called Martin Waldseemüller, who in 1507 had all but finished his magnificent new world map, except for one small detail: what to name the new continent everyone was talking about.
He very likely would have named it Columbia, after the widely agreed discoverer of the New World, Columbus. But Amerigo Vespucci had some very clever PR people who were falsifying documents and spreading lies about
Americans still have Coke in their Coca-Cola. It's called aggressive amounts of sugar and chemicals.
exactly when he'd reached the New World.
And these lies must have reached the ears of Martin Waldseemüller.
You're listening to the Vespucci Hour on Explorer FM. Amerigo, he got there first.
Because he made the fateful decision to label the new continent America.
Latin Amerigo.
Latin for America?
Unnecessarily long Latin.
What? Okay, seriously, why don't they teach shit like this in school? Why don't they teach shit like this in school at all? I don't know. America was Latin for. What did he say it was Latin for? What did he say it was Latin for?
The new continent America.
Latin for Amerigo.
Amerigo.
Published this map complete with an unnecessarily long Latin title.
Complete map following of Ptolemy, the tradition, and of Amerigo Vespucci, of others, also the illustrations.
If you zoom into his map and look carefully, you can see the little word America in what we now call modern-day Brazil. It was the first time that made-up word had been used anywhere by anyone ever.
Nobody knows why Martin named it after Amerigo's fairly common first name rather than the Vespucci part. It's a bit like if I discovered a continent and they named it Markland instead of the more enticing
Markland?
World Jonesania.
One part of the New World that Martin clearly didn't give much thought to was this bit up here, which he drew super small and super inaccurate.
So it may surprise you to learn the inhabitants of this area were the people who, centuries later, cared the most about this map.
Fast forward 500 years to the 90s.
Oh,
Throughout the 90s, the United States tried desperately to get their hands on Waldseemüller's map.
Because it contained the first use of the word America, the US considered it to be their birth certificate, not minding that it had actually been given to a different baby since they had no qualms about swapping babies even though they were now grown adults.
At the time, Waldseemüller's map was sitting in a drawer in the private collection of Prince Johannes zu Waldburg-Wulfeg und Waldsee in Germany.
They wanted it so much.
How do you even come into possession of some shit like that? But that is so funny to me, though. Hey man, that's how we are over here in America, right? Whenever we got the opportunity to claim some shit for us, we taking that shit. Pillaging. You're right.
For it, making Waldseemüller's map by far the most expensive map in history.
10 million for that is kind of low.
The map finally earned its wrongful place on display in the United States.
Its wrongful place.
How a library was able to raise $10 million, we can only guess.
So how come America got to name itself America? You'd think that writing the Latin word America on Latin America would mean America should describe Latin America. So why is non-Latin USA allowed its A at all?
Part of the reason is that they achieved independence before any of the other 34 American countries.
In 1776, the 13 colonies that had been known as British America used their rifles to shotgun the name the United States of America.
Over time, the long name the United States of America got shortened to just America, which is how the English-speaking world almost exclusively refers to the United States today.
That makes sense.
As you might expect, or if you're an American, as you might never have given any thought to, this annoys a lot of people.
Whom does it annoy?
First,
everybody.
Latin America. In the Spanish-speaking world, the word America on its own always refers to the entire continent, and never the country, which they call
Los Estados Unidos.
They even set up a petition demanding Los Estados stop stealing their name and get a new one right now.
With 308 signatures, it's surely only a matter of time before America concedes.
Second, Canada. Canadians resent the USA arrogantly naming itself after their shared continent, but not as much as they resent being mistaken for Americans by people who can't tell their accents apart and confuse them with people who serve cheese out of a spray can.
Third, British people. Couldn't they just keep calling it British America? It had such a nice ring to it, if you're British.
Fourth, Chris Columbus. If the Americans do insist on naming their continent after a European explorer, Columbus, lest we forget, was actually there before Amerigo Vespucci. As it is, Columbus had to settle for the US capital, a province of Canada, another country, countless other towns and cities, and a national holiday. Poor.
I actually didn't know there were that many Columbuses in Colombia. I didn't know Colombia was named after Columbus. It makes sense, but I never really I never considered it, honestly.
Guy.
And lastly, Amerigo Vespucci himself, who died never knowing these new lands were to bear his name in so many confusing and overlapping ways.
So, if the United States of Americans did want to change their name, what on earth could they change it to? Any attempt at a rebrand would come with its own controversy.
North of Mexico, Hot Canada, the Republic Kingdom, the United States of Columbus. If we changed our name to the United States of Columbus, brother, people would have a mental breakdown. Obviously, because people don't like Columbus for a lot of, variety of reasons. Greater New England, Appalachia. Appalachia actually kind of goes hard. Fredonia, West Britain. The Republic Kingdom actually kind of goes hard too.
And of course, it's hard to imagine patriotic Americans. ever
Atlantica
acting-
actually kind of goes hard. The Republic of Rodeo Pacifica, Law and Order, the United States of Subpar Railways. That's actually very true. North of America. What if we just change it to just, instead of the United States of America, it's just North America?
Voting to be called anything else.
Even though it appears that the US Library of Congress spent $10 million on a map that suggests its country gave itself the wrong name, it looks like the USA of America will go on calling itself America for many years to come.
Classic America.
Oh, hi. I didn't notice you there. You just caught me buying some electrical tape online.
Oh, was that the end of the
That's
video?
right.
I don't want to fully watch the ad, but that's interesting. That's interesting though, man. Good old America. We just kind of do whatever the fuck we want and it just works, I guess. I don't know. It was good, Six. What up, bro? I'm also live on Twitch too if you don't want to hang out in the vertical streams. Chat, would you care if I took like a minute to go grab some water really quick? Because I drank through all my water like I always do every first like 20 minutes of my stream. Or 30 minutes. Let me grab some water right quick. Hydrate, bruh. All right. Give me a minute and a half. Minute and a half. Let's go.
Naked. I wanna be a baby. Spinning in his red just like he came from Maytag. Rocket with it on the brown liquor. When I get like this, I can't be around you. I'm too little to dim down a notch. Cause I can into things that I'm gon' do. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, 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 thoughts. Wow, wow, wow. When I'm with you, all I get is wild thoughts. Wow, wow, wow. When I'm with you, all I get is wild thoughts. Let's go. I hope you know I'm for the taking. You know this cookie's for the bag. Kitty, baby, get her things to rest. Cause you done beat it like the 68 Jets. Diamonds are nothing when I'm rocking with you. Diamonds are nothing when I'm shining with you. Just keep it white and black as if I'm your sister. I'm too hip to hop around town to hit with you. I know I get wow, wow, wow. Wow, 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 thoughts. Wow, wow, wow. When I'm with you, all I get is wild thoughts. Wow, wow, wow. When I'm with you, all I get is...
Actually, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think the YouTube stream can actually hear the music. Could be wrong though. But yeah, that's good old America for you, because we're always doing some shit. I want to watch this video, but it's kind of long. I like Jimmy Kim's videos on internet cafes. I actually have a lot of like football videos in here. What the heck? What is this? I think my wife put this in here. Chat, I want to do I actually don't want to watch this right now. I want to do some YouTube roulette really quick. Let's see what kind of cringe we can find in the YouTube doesn't get music sweet. Well, it is paused right now, but yeah, I took it away for that exact reason. I saw this on Twitter earlier, sorta.
Nigga, this shit look like real life. And you can just walk in any door.
This video is titled "How GTA 6 Really Got Their Graphics That Good." The trailer looks stellar, by the way.
Hey, nigga, this shit look like real life. And you can just walk in any door? Like any door. I'm finna just walk in people's houses and beat them up there. What the fuck? Oh shit! What the fuck? Get my fuck! Huh? Wait. This you from the game? Hold on. Nigga. I knew it. I said this shit looked too fucking real. These niggas done found a way to connect the gaming world to the real world. But you gotta be a hot.
It does?
You really just walked in.
Okay.
You fucked up. Huh? You fucked up. I don't think you're supposed to touch me. What? I don't think you're supposed to touch me. Am I free? Am I free? What? You just haven't seen my family in so long. How long has this game been in development? Wait. What's going on? How long has this game been in development? 12 years. Fuck! Oh my life's ruined. Oh my god. This shit is a movie. No, you have to.
Yo, what's a good take?
These are real niggas they're using. Why do you think the graphics are so good? Real niggas? Think, yes. Oh my god, I'm a real nigga. I'm in trap. Wait, I'm confused. So you do this dialogue with like everybody or? No, listen. We have to find somebody right now to help us. What do you say? We have to go right now. But this shit look real. Actually, we did. I'm getting scared. Before we get the controller, we got. What controller? Oh shit! Did I press something? What do you?
Bro, this game look real as a bitch.
Nah, bro, and they got a local multiplayer on this mod.
Nah, bro, they dead ass covered everything, bro.
Yo, that's definitely a cool premise for a movie, though. Imagine somebody's actually real in a video game. No, that sounds like a Jordan Peele clip. Oh, how did Triangle shrink France? Yeah, we can toss it up. What's up, Tay? How you doing, bro? That's actually a movie? Is it really? Also, I don't know why Firefox is being weird today.
Hey Mark, what country am I supposed to be?
Offensive France.
Bienvenue à On Carte.
Free guy?
Et voilà, la carte.
On carte.
The Cassini family map of France is quite possibly the most incredible map ever made.
Considering how old it is,
Very. It's astonishing how accurate it is.
also very.
And the story behind it is pretty astonishing too.
Before
Sure.
the Cassinis, the best map of France looked like
Jesus. There was no better thing, nothing better than Europeans and making shit look super complicated. That's weird.
this. Not bad.
But also, definitely not good.
In those days, maps weren't very precise. They were more like works of art. But King Louis XIV wanted to know exactly what he was king of, and he wanted a great big map on his bedroom wall.
That makes
So
sense.
he called his cartographer friend Giovanni Cassini.
Monsieur, je voudrais une carte.
Une carte?
Une carte, oui, une carte.
How do you make a map in this old world?
De mon France.
Bof, je commence.
Sure.
But of course, it was a lot trickier.
I
than
speak
just
French.
saying boff.
When Cassini Googled satellite photography, he found an article saying that it wouldn't be invented for another 300 years. So Cassini had no option but to use an old-fashioned yet ingenious process called triangulation.
Triangulation works by making triangles. You start by
Sure.
measuring the distance between 2 points.
Sure.
Then you spy out a third point and
This
measure the angles
music.
towards it with a massive protractor. Using these measurements,
And a bit of maths.
you can plot a stunningly accurate triangle on your map, no matter how big or bumpy the terrain is.
Simply repeat the process over and over again, and voila, a complete and thoroughly accurate map.
Cassini travelled around France with his triangle measuring machinery for years and years until he was too dead to carry on.
So his son, Cassini Jr., took over from his dead dad and continued measuring.
Then Cassini
I never
Jr.
considered that it would actually take them genuinely like years to do something like this.
died and was replaced by his son, Cassini Jr. Jr., the first Cassini's grandson.
They had first names, you know.
No one cares. Back then, France was mostly a poverty-stricken rural backwater and not overly partial to the arrival of strangers.
Plus ça change.
This made map-making a dangerous endeavour.
In 1740, the villagers in Les Estables brutally hacked one of Cassini's surveyors to death, believing their strange tools and modern science were the cause of their failed harvest.
Bang, bang, bang.
Of course they are.
Bang, ow, bang, bang. But eventually, the Cassinis covered all 600,000 square French kilometers of France and produced this.
That's fucking
a map
insane.
entirely of triangles.
The king, who by now was a different king, was delighted until he noticed.
That's actually insane. Like, when you really put into perspective for this, they literally just walked the entire fucking country and measured it over the course of like 50, 60, 70 years. That is insane.
Something wrong. Zut alors, qu'est-ce que c'est?
Is there a problem?
My country is 20% smaller than I thought it was. You have taken more from me than I won in all my wars. I actually said this.
But Your Highness, you literally asked for an accurate map.
Well, you could at least bother to fill it in with some details, like villages and rivers, so it's not just triangles.
So Cassini Jr. set about turning his very accurate map into a very useful map.
Every church, every farm, every copse, every petrol station was painstakingly marked in the very first modern map of its kind.
What?
Cassini Jr. died and was replaced by Cassini Jr. II until the job was finished.
4 generations of the same family taking over 120 years to complete a task is a pretty impressive level of commitment.
In today's terms, that's like someone watching a YouTube video all the way to the end.
In 1793, the Cassini family's now completed enormous 12 by...
The old world is actually just mind-boggling when you really think about it. Patience is truly a virtue, and taking hundreds of years to accomplish one task for a guy who isn't even alive anymore is that, yeah.
11-meter map comprising 182 sheets of incroyable detail was proudly
stolen by the people who'd executed the king the year before.
Napoleon decided the Cassini family's long association with the crown made them enemies of the revolution, and so they confiscated the map, prevented its public use, and threw Cassini in jail.
Napoleon milked the map for magnificent military manoeuvres.
Buff.
It also inspired the Ordnance Survey maps here in Britain, and ushered in an age where maps were less about art and more about accuracy.
How astonishing. But perhaps the most astonishing thing about... Oh, that's my time up. Now time for my son to take over.
Your son?
Yep. Here you go, Jay Jr. Just carry on where I left off.
Jesus Christ, that's horrifying. Right. But where are we going?
Yes, one flight to Boston, please.
Oh, you're going on holiday to Boston?
Was that it?
No, it's not.
Wait, hold on. That just kind of threw me off completely.
Napoleon milked the map for magnificent military manoeuvres.
Buff.
It also inspired the Ordnance Survey maps here in Britain, and ushered in an age where maps were less about art and more about accuracy.
Of course.
How astonishing. But perhaps the most astonishing thing about...
Okay, yeah, that's what threw me off. Yeah, no, the old world is interesting, man. The people with the ability to be this patient to accomplish one singular task is far more patient than I'll ever be in life. That's for certain. Far more patient than I'll ever be in life. Tay, dude, Tay, imagine getting paid to walk the entire country. Speaking of walk the entire country, do we want to play a little Oblivion? Wait, why does Gen Z have no skills?
So yesterday, I was at my setup just watching random videos, like people who are really good at building stuff, people who are really good at cooking, and people who are just really good at music. I'm just like, damn, bro, these are a lot of skillful people. You don't really see too many skillful people like that no more. And then I thought again, I'm just like, I don't even think that's the case. We just don't see too many skillful people in this generation. Oh my God, the older is finna love this video. They love hating on Gen Z.
Chat, have you guys heard of the Chromebook durability test? Wait. This is a real thing. This is a real thing. It's literally people just abusing Chromebooks. That's the challenge. That is the trend. Seeing how durable they are. people are always like, oh, why don't they teach kids anything in school, brother? Because these fucking psychopaths are doing dumb shit like this. And there's also another new trend of kids sticking lead pencils into the USB ports of their Chromebooks. It doesn't matter if the laptops suck. The point is, why the fuck are you just throwing shit away like this, man? It's insane. It's just like Devious Licks. Oh, I ain't gonna lie, Devious Licks are kind of funny, but this shit is insane to me, man. I wish I lived in an era where we had laptops for free. Like, I just don't get it. I just don't get it, bro. Like, I'm gonna say this. Americans are dumb. We're dumb in many ways. Okay, see, I don't know, man. Maybe because I grew up in the era of appreciate what you're given. I don't fucking know. That's insane to me. I just never once had the urge to destroy random property that didn't technically belong to me. I just didn't see a point. You know, you get all these cool things and, you know, things to help you process and get through work and school and shit. And you just destroy them for the fuck of it. I just don't understand it. Like, that's what destroy rooms are for. That's what destroy rooms are for. I just don't get this shit, bro. What the fuck is wrong with kids? That is insane. You know what the funny thing is, man? You know what the funny thing is, though? Americans will do shit like this, and then you'll have kids from other countries with a dream and a passion to do something in life. And people will question, like, why are these other kids that, you know, come from lesser, you know, with a lot more to lose, why are they doing better than a lot of the kids that are already living here, you know, with a decent living, decent parents that have, you know, money or whatever? Because they ain't got shit else to do. Well, you got kids that come over here that have a dream and families and shit that they're trying to support and you know, visions in life. There's a reason why they succeed. They're not doing shit like this. You know why I wasn't doing shit like this in school? Because I wanted to do something with my life, and that really didn't get me anywhere, to be fair. But I didn't come from a family of money. This only irritates me so badly because it doesn't make any fucking sense to me. I wanted to do something in life, so it's just like seeing people just do shit like this is like, I don't get it, man. I don't get it, bro. I don't know, man. I just value respecting property and not destroying shit for the sake of destroying shit. I ain't gonna lie, I did think Devious Licks were a little funny because it was fucking hilarious to see somebody steal a urinal and there's just a giant hole in the wall. Was it destructive and bad just like this? Absolutely, absolutely. But for some reason, this makes me more angry.
Now, I'm not finna sit here and lie to y'all like we don't live in some of the best times ever, bro. You telling me all I gotta do is pull up my phone, go to Uber Eats or DoorDash, and then I can automatically get whatever restaurant I want whenever I want? We live in pretty good times, right? We live in
exactly
good ass times. We don't gotta do too much. We don't gotta work too hard for certain things. But I'm not finna sit here and act like we don't live in one of the laziest times. Like, let's be for real. Like, let's be so fucking for real right now. Niggas don't want to do shit now, including myself. I ain't gonna lie. To a certain extent, though. I would say I work pretty hard. But still, some of of y'all old people be dragging it too. A good majority of us out here are working hard, if not twice as hard than you ever did. But one reason I do feel like why we are one of the laziest generations, if not the laziest, everybody wants to be paid to do absolutely nothing. By nothing, I mean...
I agree with that, but I also think that a bigger problem is there really isn't enough money to go around for a lot of the shit you got to do to survive in this day and age. That's a big problem. You don't get paid enough to do a lot of shit in life nowadays. You know what I'm saying? So like the reason why everybody wants to be an influencer or creator or unfortunately an OnlyFans star is for the simple reason that it pays good when it works. Does it always work? No. But like when you really think about it, what would you rather do for the rest of your life? Work at McDonald's, take a shot at being a millionaire maybe for just doing dumb shit on the internet, which can be pretty consistent if you're doing dumb shit enough, right? Or you're likable or whatever. It's a double-edged sword.
Being a lazy social media star. I know what you think. You probably like, dude, ain't all of y'all lazy? Ain't everybody that do social media lazy? That's not the case.
That's not the case, nah.
Social media star. I mean someone who thinks they can just click go live or click record and just do whatever they want and think people will watch them. Those are the type of people that are lazy. When you see a lot of these big content creators or these big people at the top, a lot of their shit is heavily planned. And if
I completely agree with that. And I tell people all the time that have an interest in content creation, because I have so many friends and family members that think that shit is just a cakewalk, and I'm like, that should take some consistency. You don't instantly just get successful off of it. Maybe you do, and I pray that you do. But it ain't that easy. It has never been that easy. And not a lick of it is easy. If you're consistent, if you really care about it and you really want to do something with it, it ain't as easy as people make it out to be. I has been consistent since 2017. He's been making content since 2017. Corey X Kenshin, he's a YouTube OG, so
it's not heavily planned, it's planned to a certain extent. It's not just them clicking go live or click record and whatever happens just happens. Prime example, the video that I'm recording right now, do you want to see the notes? Look at this. Hell no, man. What the fuck? It's a lot of bullet points and a lot of planning so I can stay on track. But you get what I mean? What people see from the outside is everything is easy when you do this. There's only a handful of people that can do that. And even when those people do that, when they get to a certain extent, they have to start planning their shit. So please stop the whole, I want to be a social media star. I want to do this.
Yeah, it isn't that easy.
Not doing anything. This is still a job at the end of the day.
100%.
A million times. If you want to take content.
When I sit there and plan out videos, I've had a video I've been sitting on for like 4 days right now because I'm waiting for a thumbnail for it, right? Which is starting to really piss me off, but it is what it is. I've been waiting on this video so I can post it for eons now. I uploaded it like 3 days ago. What's today's date? The 10th? And my last video that I actually posted was the 6th. Yikes. Sussy. What's good too, Tim Scorpion? You're gonna go? Good night. All right, Casper, good night, man. I hope you sleep well, and I hope you have a good day tomorrow. Yeah, like when I plan my videos, even especially my COD videos, I think about what I'm doing all the time. Like, what's today's subject? What are we gonna discuss in the video? How do I want to edit it? Like, there's a lot of thought that goes into this shit, man. And when people just say like, "Oh, what you're doing is easy," I'm just like, yeah, okay, pal. Let's look at the result. Let's look at the pay that I make out off of it. You know what I'm saying?
Technically a job, but we're not finna go into all that. I literally made a whole video about that. And people also be forgetting too, being a social media star is kind of a skill. It's marketing. You gotta
100%.
be able to market yourself.
100%.
If you don't know how to do that, then you're not gonna blow up or you're not gonna get clout or whatever, bro. You gotta know how to market yourself. And if you don't know how to do that, what the fuck is the point? You gotta
exactly.
have some sort of skill for this. And if you don't want to learn that, I guess this isn't the field for you. Now I know what you're thinking. You just
Two
like,
black
okay,
guys,
so
it's
that's a valid
crazy.
point, but what's stopping
Let's keep it chill tonight, man. What the hell are y'all on tonight?
these people from honestly acquiring these skills besides from laziness? Like, what else is really stopping them? It's easy. We don't have to. We live in such an innovative time. If you wanted to start a business and you needed a logo and you didn't want to pay for someone to do it and you didn't want to learn how to do it yourself, you could just have the computer do it because we got AI. And y'all already know the whole AI conversation. It's absolutely been taken over. The whole
AI is a problem. It's making everybody lazy. And the fact AI makes me angry because I will see people talk about their AI art on Twitter and why it has improved actual art. People actually believe this shit. He looks like me? Right.
Versus human thing. I don't know if y'all been on Twitter these past couple months, but there's been a huge debate between people who use AI art and people who actually draw, who actually do art for real. And to be honest, rightfully so. Not only are you taking away from people's jobs, bro, you are taking away from the actual art of being an artist, having a skill under your belt, actually being talented.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Art is conveyed through human emotion.
Yep. Everybody wants shit done for them for nothing.
What we tell them to do. A computer cannot express emotion, so rightfully so. These artists should be mad.
I should make a video on this, honestly.
Not art shit either, to be honest with you. I'd rather get my artwork done by a real person. I feel like that's way better. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and lie like AI shouldn't be used as a tool. AI can help you in many ways, bro. I've used AI.
I think AI is very useful in many ways.
But it gets really weird when we just have it do everything for us and we have zero skill. Who wants to
I use AI to write my captions for some of my TikToks because I'm not gonna sit there and write 140 words for a maybe a 60-second clip, because that's not a skill. That's just tedious work. Like, I'd rather have AI. That's the only thing I use AI for, is to write captions, because that makes sense. Nobody likes writing captions manually, ever. They're the worst part of being a video editor.
live in a world like that? The one thing with people nowadays is if they can find a way around it to save some sort of money and to save time, they will do it.
Yep.
Like again, with the whole AI thing, with these companies, why hire someone when we can just get a computer to do it? They could do it twice as faster as a regular person, and it's gonna save us money too. So why hire these people when we could just get a fucking computer to do it? And for the people who are somewhat interested in these jobs, they're just like, they're just gonna get a computer to hire me anyways. What's the point in picking up the skill? And that's the issue. Shit is too accessible for everyone to use. And when people see how easy it is to access all these things, they're just like, damn, we don't gotta learn skills now. We don't gotta do shit. We can just sit around, fuck around, and let the computer do it. We don't even gotta learn these skills no more. It's easy now. Like, life is just good. Like, no.
AI helped us discover nuclear fusion. I mean, technological advancements from AI, I think, are fine. I think that makes sense. Because ultimately, humanity is going to forever want to advance, and that's just part of the spectrum, whether people like it or not, right? I think that's fine. But we're talking like actual art. That's where I'm like, this isn't art. Now, do I trust AI? I've seen enough movies to know that abusing AI can go bad really quickly. Will that ever happen in real life? I don't know. Is it a possibility? Probably, but we just also discovered teleportation of data. All right, this is way too high for my GPA.
No, just no. As much as y'all old niggas piss me off, bro, I gotta give it to y'all. Y'all some skillful ass motherfuckers.
100%. The old generation is very skillful.
Apart, rebuilding them, fucking rewiring cars
Yep.
and shit. He was a photographer too, bro. He had all these different side jobs that he knew how to
Yep.
do. Like a lot of these old people, bro, they got it when it comes to the skills.
I agree.
I ain't even gonna sit here and lie. That's literally because they grew up in a different generation.
Yep.
Now, I know people gonna be like, oh, bro, blame it on the generation, blame this, blame that. That's literally the case. They grew up in a generation where people were outside. You had to learn certain skills in order to survive and do.
This is why I also think the lack of socializing that a lot of people have nowadays is detrimental. I don't give a damn how much anxiety people have when it comes to speaking to people. In order to make it in this world, in order to do things the right way, you need to talk to people. I understand, like, it can be fearsome and scary. You don't know what the person's reactions are going to be. But I think it is so crucial to know how to talk to people. That is a skill in itself. You need to know how to talk to people if you want to make any form of advancement in life. You can't just excuse it. You can't make excuses for why you can't talk to people all the time and just completely get out of it, you know? It's not healthy. It's not healthy for you. It's a thing you got to learn how to do.
Certain things. With this generation now, there's a lot of things you don't need to do now. There's some app where you can get someone to do it for you.
Yep.
Or you can just get a computer to do it for you.
Yep.
Everything is different. And this is why I don't like when people compare generations. Gen Z people are the first social media kids. I think with the millennials, they did kind of technically grow up with social media, but they weren't born into social media.
We didn't rely on it.
It's crazy, and it's gonna get even crazier as time goes on. And yes, I do feel like the internet fucked us up to a certain extent. You can only blame the internet so many times to where we gotta start blaming each other, because people are the root of the problem. Let's be for real. You can't blame everything on the internet.
I
Y'all know
agree.
the famous quote, with great power comes great responsibility. And none of these niggas took responsibility, like at all. Like nobody, like absolutely nobody.
I agree.
So now we got to deal with the consequences. It is what it is. I feel like nobody should just be walking around here just skillless. There should be no reason why you have no skills, especially as an adult. You're a grown-ass man with no skills. How does that like make sense?
I agree. I agree. There's no excuse for not having some kind of skill. I just don't like anything. Everything's boring. Have you fucking tried? I just wanted to make money really quick. When all that quick money dries up, bro, what you gonna do then? I was made to learn skills. That's true. You're a fiend for learning some random shit.
If you don't have skills, I say just take some time out of your day to figure out what you like, figure out what you think you could be skilled at, and go towards it. And try to learn as much as you can. And maybe the world will feel less brain dead and feel like there's no skillful people out here.
I agree.
Hey, bro, it's getting crazy. It's getting crazy.
You want it? Okay, I got you. No, back in the trenches, cut niggas off cause they was fake. They ain't talking that pay. I pray to God on my cut straight. One day I'ma ride the number 9 with the baby. Yeah, I'm fucking bitches all across the state, so they call me PV.
Okay, wait, that song's actually kind of hard. Hold on. Kind of tough. How many people now just call a repair guy? Like, it's like with my computers. I built every single computer I own, every single desktop computer. Well, no, that's not true. I had a pre-built before because it was a financial thing. That's different. Every custom built PC I have, I built myself. I might have had like a homie on a call to walk me through it, but it was a hands-on experience where I put the parts together. I Googled the prices. I looked up everything and spent months researching things, and then decided, okay, I can put all this together. I can build computers so fast now because I learned how to do it, you know? And so one of the comments right here, looking in the worst corners of the internet and determining that Gen Z has no talent is absurd. It's not what the video was trying to say. Everybody has talent in something, but it comes down to how much are you willing to go out of your way to discover that talent? How much are you willing to try to discover whatever you're good at? I was in competitions to strip and rebuild a computer as fast as possible and you beat everybody. See, yeah, that's a skill, you know? And the thing is, you can have talent but have no skills. You can be naturally gifted at something, but if you don't refine it, you're not skilled at it. You're just naturally gifted. And if you don't really do anything to refine it, it's not really a skill. If you don't ever really take the opportunity to advance on it and whatever, it's not really what you would call a skill, I guess. You know, yes and no. That's a yes and no kind of thing, I guess. That was a good video. I enjoyed that. iShowSpeed owns the world.
Most YouTubers have a ceiling.
Yo, this comment is crazy. Didn't think I'd sit through an entire 15 and 43-minute video about speeds come up, but the storytelling was top notch. Is 15 minutes really too long for a video? About any subject? Doesn't matter the subject. 15 minutes is too long? Damn. We are cooked.
A limit to their reach. Even the biggest creators, millions of subscribers, sold-out theaters, viral moments, they all exist within a defined space. A realm of possibility.
Yep.
But then there's Speed.
I think Speed is one of the best content creators to ever exist. He's like in top 5, top 3 low-key. He started off kind of being a shithead because he was a teenager, a young teen, mid-teens. And then he started hanging around sort of with the wrong people. We're talking like Aiden Ross and all that. But instead of riding on the bare minimum that comes with those kind of careers, he took that and he left that and advanced himself further. Like, that's what a lot of creators don't end up doing. They stick to those same little niches. It's just like with rappers. Like, you got like Lil Pump. He kept making bullshit music and J. Cole was right. He was right. J. Cole was right. When all those kids that used to watch that bullshit or listen to that bullshit grew up, he stopped being in concerts. He stopped selling out venues. Same with Smoke Perp and all these other SoundCloud rappers. As much as I love that generation of music, favorite era of music of all time, it's also true. But I think Speed did the right thing. He learned that what he was doing wasn't permanent. And he took advantage of opportunities, matured, is one of the biggest celebrities on the planet. I have a lot of respect for Speed, man. I think he's a great guy.
This isn't just influencer fame, this is something else. This is
I
Michael
agree.
Jackson in the 80s, Beatles in the 60s.
I
The kind of
agree.
hysteria that doesn't just trend online, it shuts down entire cities.
A YouTube star with 33 million followers has caused absolute chaos on the Gold Coast. He's had to stop traffic and block off streets, and the schoolies flocked to catch a glimpse of I Show Speed.
Now, what if I told you that all of this, and I mean all of it, really started with just $1.79 and a random kid named Bradley?
I remember this. I remember this story, rather. I didn't experience this moment, but I've heard the
date is
story.
March 26th, 2022. And this is Darren Watkins, a 17-year-old kid who's better known online as I Show Speed. At this point, he's doing pretty well for himself. 6 million subscribers, a loyal fan base, and a reputation for being loud, unpredictable, and completely unfiltered.
Yep.
But in the next 10 seconds, Speed's trajectory is going to change forever. He just doesn't know it yet.
Bradley donated £1.79 through Super Chat. What soccer football team do you support?
Cristiano Ronaldo, Suey.
3 words.
And that was it. That was it.
Cristiano Ronaldo, Suey. A simple answer, a throwaway moment. But what Speed didn't realize, what nobody realized, was that this wasn't just another clip. It was a portal. A gateway into a world far bigger than anything he'd ever known.
Yep.
Why? Well, because football. No, not that football, this football. See, most
The good
Americans,
football.
we live in a bubble. And to us, football means Tom Brady, tailgates, and Super Bowl commercials. But outside of the US, football isn't just another sport, it's a religion.
It really is. This is why it's my favorite sport now. I love that it's a genuine culture. It is a passion. Like I said, it's a religion. I love this sport so damn much now. It's not even funny. I've been watching so many documentaries and stories and learning about rivalries and whatever. And I think what I find it interesting, and I'm not going to stick to this too long, but what I find interesting about actual football is the fact there are multiple leagues and stuff happening throughout the year, different countries, different rivalries, versus like the US where we wait. How long's our NFL season? Like August to February? Like once a week you watch a game for your favorite team, maybe. But with football though, like football, I like it because there's so much happening constantly. There's always something to watch. Although I don't know when the winter seasons technically start because I'm still kind of new to it, so I could be wrong about that. But I love the different tournaments and leagues that happen throughout the year, throughout the season. It's so interesting to watch.
Fabric of daily life. It's in the favelas of Brazil where kids are dribbling barefoot on concrete, dreaming of being the next Neymar. It's in the alleyways of Paris, the packed streets of Lagos, the beaches of Thailand. It's the pulse of a country, the pride of a city. And when that clip escaped the bubble, it hit the internet like a grenade. Reposts, retweets, millions upon millions of views. Overnight, Speed had stumbled into an audience he never even knew existed. Now, for my fellow Americans out there, let me put this into perspective. The Super Bowl averages around 115 million viewers. Huge, right?
Yep.
But the World Cup, the 2022 final alone had 1.5 billion people watching. Across the entire tournament, over 5 billion tuned in. Bradley didn't just donate $1.79, he unknowingly handed Speed a ticket to the biggest stage in the world.
He sure
so Speed
did.
picked up a soccer ball for the first time, booted up FIFA, and something clicked. As he butchered players' names, lost his mind over pack openings, and celebrated every game like it was the UCL final, the football world didn't just watch, they embraced the chaos. Fans poured in from every corner of the globe, not just for the gameplay, but for the spectacle. And at the center of it all, one man, one obsession: Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo isn't just a soccer legend, he's the biggest name on the biggest stage in the entire world. Over 1 billion followers across social platforms.
A billion followers is crazy.
He's not just a player, he's a symbol of greatness. And Speed built his entire persona around him. At first it was just clips.
Jesus.
Then it became hit songs, music videos, and even CR7 tattoos. Soon every stream, every viral moment, every suit
Jesus,
was all
man.
leading to one defining moment.
Yo, chat, y'all think one day I'll meet Ronaldo, y'all? I want to meet him one day,
2009.
Speed went from a fan to a fanatic. His obsession with Ronaldo consumed him, turning a dream into a mission. He was going to meet his idol no matter what.
You know how crazy it is to have your own skin in a video game doing this shit, bro? This is insane.
Into a mission. He was going to meet his idol no matter what. And before anyone realized it, Speed wasn't just reacting to everything Ronaldo, he was chasing him across the world. From the FA Cup in London to the World Cup in Qatar, he flew across continents, screaming from the stands, desperate for Ronaldo to notice him. And every time he failed, it was like a match hitting jet fuel. The fire didn't just grow, it erupted. The chase had grown into a movement online. Fans weren't just watching, they were invested. They wanted it to happen, they needed it to happen. And the hype got so loud that even Ronaldo's own teammates took notice.
Okay. Yeah. Answer this truthfully, okay? Truthfully.
Yeah.
Does Ronaldo know me?
Yeah.
This pursuit really pulled Speed out from behind the desk and removed him from the same video game focused path that most streamers follow, as he hopped from country to country, from training.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I've thought about this for a while. I like doing IRL content so much. Socializing, doing fun shit in the real world, you know? That is so much more fun to me, to a degree, than playing games sometimes. It really is.
Sessions to sold-out stadiums. This IRL format unlocked his full potential.
Yep.
His chaotic energy wasn't just entertaining, it was electric. With 17 million subscribers now rallying behind him, the chase wasn't just a dream anymore. It was destiny. Following a 3-0 win over Bosnia, a stadium of Portugal fans buzzing with energy, and deep in a parking garage after months of chasing, screaming, Speed's dream finally became reality.
That's insane,
Along
bro.
the way, Speed started to notice something. He had fans back home, sure, but here, and the rest of the world, it was different.
Yep.
The energy, the crowds, the sheer scale of people showing up for him, it was unreal. So what did he do?
But you know what the funny thing is? There's something that just happened recently where he was talking about this, where here he was getting swatted when he came back to the fucking country. People are assholes here, bro. They don't know how to appreciate a damn thing. He goes to these other countries and people love him and appreciate him. He comes here and he's getting fucking squatted. Like, I don't know, man.
Well, he basically started a global tour. Japan, the UK, India, Brazil, each destination was different, but the effect was the same. One day he was playing cricket in India, the next he was screaming Sui at the Ballon d'Or. He was embracing local culture, standing face to face with his audience, country by country, city by city. He wasn't just passing through, he was leaving behind entire waves of diehard fans.
You get money because you look cute.
At first, it seemed like a traveling circus. Wherever Speed went, people gathered, drawn in by the sheer unpredictability of Speed's stream. They just wanted to watch, to see the chaos unfold in real time, to witness whatever unpredictable thing that he would do next.
Was there a moment where you were just starting out where you're like, oh wow, like my streams feel different now? It's not just me like in Ohio or traveling to a few locations. Like,
Ohio? Wait, what? What? Get the fuck, he's from Ohio? Get the fuck out of here. I didn't know that. What? That's actually crazy.
feels bigger than before?
I think when I did my first Euro tour.
In the summer of 2024, Speed set his sights on something bigger, a full-scale tour spanning across half of Europe, 18 countries in 30 days. From trying a doner kebab in Germany, to meeting the Prime Minister of Albania, to playing soccer in the streets of Poland, every stop became a landmark moment. Fans sprinted through miles, weaving through traffic, desperately trying to be a part of the action.
Yo, what is this, bro?
25, 26, and 27 million subscribers. All milestones that take most YouTubers a lifetime to reach, yet Speed was hitting them like clockwork, gaining over 2 million subscribers in a single month.
That's fucking insane.
Poland, Austria, Switzerland, Belgium, Netherlands.
His fan base wasn't just growing, it was erupting.
And he stayed himself, you know.
Country, with each stop,
I respect that.
swelled. Their energy was insane. But there's a fine line between fandom and frenzy. One wrong move, and chaos is just a heartbeat away.
Yep.
And in Norway, Speed was forced to learn this lesson the hard way.
I remember about this.
Bro. We gotta call the police. There's no way we get out of this.
In Norway, a crowd grew so fast that it took just 9 minutes and 6 seconds to swallow Speed and his team whole, trapping them inside of a souvenir shop. And with nowhere to go, no security strong enough to stop the swarm, the only way out was to force through it. But Norway wasn't an anomaly. It was just a more extreme version of something that had been happening across Europe.
Bro, that's crazy. They were pulling on his fucking hair.
Everywhere Speed went, fans didn't just want to see him, they wanted a piece of him. They lunged at him, clawing for anything they could grab. His hat, his shoes, even his hair. It wasn't just excitement, it was desperation. A chance to touch internet royalty, to leave with a souvenir proving they'd been there, that they had met Speed.
That's insane. That's so fucking weird.
Cities weren't prepared, security wasn't enough. In Speed, he was in the middle of it, trying to navigate the madness as the walls of people closed in around him.
That is fucking crazy.
When you go, like when LeBron, when I see these NBA players go and they go to Asia, and how the crowd just hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people, you get that kind of reception.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how it is when, yeah.
What they don't tell you about being an 18-year-old kid skyrocketing to internet fame is that there's no playbook, no guidance, no blueprint. You're forced to learn through trial and error, with your mistakes playing out in front of millions.
Yep.
Speed's European tour shattered the limits of what a social media influencer was supposed to be able to achieve. The sheer size of his crowds rivaled A-list musicians, and doing this became dangerous, not just for Speed, but for the fans.
Well, yeah, because people are fighting and doing dumb shit to.
These places unprepared was simply no longer an option. If he was going to keep doing world tours, he needed more than just hype. He needed infrastructure.
How do you prepare? How do you get ready? Like, okay,
like how do you get ready for something like that?
I'm gonna say you're gonna be gone for what, a minimum 10 days, 7 to 10 days.
10 days.
Okay, 10 days. How do you prepare for a trip like that?
Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot. And the back end that people don't see. You gotta take
security details.
Yeah, security, cars. What are we gonna do? What exits we're gonna take? Because it's gonna be like 5,000 people following us. So there's a lot that go into these streams that people don't see. Like, people just see the 15-second clip of me. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot that goes into that.
Oh, 100%. So much money and everything.
I'm still getting better when it comes to these tours. Then after stream, you gotta shake the fans off that's following you. Switch cars, doppelganger. You gotta, like, I got somebody on my team that look like me.
Right.
Then we go on a different car. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Ooh. Speed's next move was calculated, a tour across Southeast Asia. And it was smart for one reason. You see, most American A-listers don't even think about Southeast Asia. When they go international, it's the usual circuit. London, Paris, Tokyo, maybe Australia.
And you know, a lot of those Asian countries will respect you too.
Feeling generous, this really ties back into the bubble that I mentioned earlier. If you live in LA, New York, or just about any major US city, seeing a celebrity on the street isn't that big of a deal. Even just catching a concert is just a short drive away.
Yep.
But in Southeast Asia, that kind of access is almost non-existent, which for Speed meant the anticipation was at an all-time high. And almost instantly, he was greeted with this. From getting mobbed in the Philippines, scammed in Vietnam, and crashing a tuk-tuk in Thailand, every stop was a chaotic mix of fan frenzy, cultural immersion, and classic speed antics. He met Manny Pacquiao, sparked local fighters, tried exotic foods, and even crossed 30 million subscribers in the Strait of Cambodia.
That's insane, man. 30 million subs is crazy. I want to know how much he makes on a regular. I'm actually no. I gotta Google this. Yo, Moaz Divine, thank you. I appreciate the follow. What is his net worth? 10 million. It's actually a lot lesser than I thought it would be, to be honest.
But the record books were broken in Indonesia. During his live stream from Jakarta, Speed achieved something no English-speaking streamer had ever done before. He surpassed 1 million concurrent viewers, 1 million people all watching live.
1 million live viewers is insane.
It was the ultimate testament to his rise. What started as a chaotic, over-the-top personality had evolved into a global phenomenon, shattering records and cementing Speed.
That's so insane, bro.
In the world.
Oh my God, that's really 1 million, bro.
That is crazy to me, man. Being a security guard for him has to be hell.
Speed's momentum only grew, taking him from Australia to New Zealand and across all of South America. But his journey isn't just a list of global tour stops. It's a whirlwind of unpredictable moments. One day he's grinding Fortnite subathons with Kai Cenat.
Yep.
Next, he's diving headfirst into the WWE Royal Rumble. And somewhere along the way, he even met Bradley, the kid whose $1.79 donation set all of this in motion.
Wow, that's actually so cool. What the fuck? I didn't know that happened.
I'm sitting in this chair right now, bro.
By the end of 2024, Speed had done what few ever could. He cemented himself as the biggest name in streaming, taking home the most prestigious award in the industry.
And the Streamer of the Year award goes to IShowSpeed.
As it should have been. As it should have.
Streamer of the Year. Yeah, boy.
No, thank you. As he should have. 100%.
I want to thank a lot of people. I want to thank my management team.
Is it grippy? It's crazy.
My cameraman, my mom, my dad, the countries that allow me to, stream in them places.
I mean, my toes are grippy. They be gripping that grippy.
I want to thank everybody.
Nah, bro, y'all gotta chill.
Having a family that supports you in what you wanted to do, how instrumental was that in your success?
Well, at first I didn't really have support.
Mom, come on. I don't give a. All right, okay, all right, all right. All right, I'm gonna be on the recording. Okay, all right. Embarrass your ass. Shit, come on, turn me up. Mom, come on. What she always doing?
I'm not in the mood right now, ma. I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood right now. You streaming right now. You always doing this when I'm streaming.
My mom always supported me. She just didn't understand it.
You just gonna disrespect what I say, right? Now you shut the up.
I actually think that's crazy though. Hearing that shit, but you know what the fucked up part is? Parents will do that shit, bro. They'll think whatever you're doing is dumb as fuck. You're too loud. You're too annoying. Whatever. Especially my people's parents. They do that shit all the fucking time. You know what I'm saying? And then when they start getting successful and famous, then it's, oh, I didn't really know what was happening at the time. I didn't understand it. Have some faith from the very beginning, man. You feel me?
I am gone, bro. I am no longer in Ohio, man. Unfortunately, I got into it with my mother and I moved out.
My mom kicked me out of my house at 14. I moved to Michigan with my dad.
Like, my dad is just the guy, like, go, do it.
Do it. Go be happy.
Yeah,
son.
exactly.
I respect that.
I love you, Dad. You're my inspiration.
That was huge, man.
That touched me, dude.
Jay donated $1.99 through Super Chat.
Thanks, man.
I respect that so much. You can join my Discord server. But if you mean like add me on Discord, nah, I don't usually add people specifically, but I have a Discord server. Too many bots, so I just don't really add people.
Can you say hi, Yas?
I'm really glad that I still got them in my life, you know. And yes, and it does help. It's just good for the mental.
Right.
It's good for the
You
mental.
know, like,
How have you
I get it.
been able to stay speed? That you haven't let all the success, monetarily, the fame, how have you been able to stay so grounded?
I'm a human just like everybody else, and I just try to, you know, I try to really understand things, and I really just try to make people happy,
right,
and smile, you know.
Yep.
And
That's how you have to
just
do
never
it,
let
man.
Things get to your head.
Different cultures,
You
different
always
worlds.
gotta just stay locked in. That's really pretty much the answer. As long as you stay locked in, you got it.
Yep.
Anything else as you look ahead?
I think 2025 will be a really up step in terms of business. Obviously making my content better, you know, and really taking
I respect it, man.
I'm not 16 anymore, you know, I'm just growing, like just the natural thing that a human does. I'm growing and I'm maturing better. And I still want to be me though, you know, and I'm at the same time, I still want to be me, but that's where I see myself in 2025. Just a better version, better and better.
I respect it,
What do you want to
man.
be remembered for?
Oh, the greatest streamer to ever live. The greatest content creator to ever live. Say that.
That was a good video. Really, really good video. I respect Speed a lot. Cool dude. I think, yeah. Yeah. Great dude, man. Great dude. Chat. W video. Gonna leave a like on that, man. Shout out to Speed. Greatest content creator, I think, personally, to ever do it, honestly. It's always cool seeing people grow and they grow and then they continue to succeed. That shit always motivates me personally. I love it, man. I love it. 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 Chat, I'm gonna run to the bathroom right quick. Give me like 2 minutes.
I heard it got these other niggas going crazy. Yeah, I treat you like a lady. Fuck you till you burned out, cremation. Make it cream, yeah, Wu-Tang. Throw that ass back, bouquet. Call me and I could get it, you say. I could tell you gone off the door, say. Careful, mama, why what you say? You talking to me like your new babe. You talking like you trying to do things. Now that pipe gotta run it like she Usain, baby. You made me drown in it, ooh, touche, baby. I'm carrying that water, Bobby Boucher, baby. And you know I'ma slaughter like I'm Jason. Busted, why you got it on safety? White girl red shit on brown liquor. I probably shouldn't be around you. Cause you get wild. You looking like it's nothing that you won't do. What you won't do. Hey girl, that's when I told you.
When I'm with you, all I get is wild thoughts. Wow thoughts. Wow. When I'm with you, all I get is wild thoughts. Wow. When I'm with you, all I get is wild thoughts.
DJ Khaled.
Wow. When I'm with you, all I get is wild thoughts.
Everybody know I be. Yeah. Everybody know I be in the club VIP. Like not me. Old girl wanna fuck me. Yeah, she fine. I'ma give her that D. Out with the homies I be. Sipping on something, no shit, I might need an IV. Permanently. Hey, goddamn, these bitches is thirsty. They see a rapper, but they ignore the band. I ain't talking about musicians, you stupid bitch. Talking about what's on my hand. Bitch, I've been at it in it for a minute. This all been a part of my plan. So millions of records
Oh, my headset is sticky. No, bro, I don't have people. You either join my Discord or that's it, really. I don't have people though. All right. I kind of want to play. Should we hop on Warzone? All right, chat. Oh, fuck. Okay. Chat, we're gonna have a good night tonight on Warzone. We're gonna put everything we can into getting a dub. Also, let me go to Kick really quick. I need to ban the term Discord. Actually, wait, no, let me do that with my bot. I need to ban the word Discord. I'm gonna have to do it, man. I can't do it anymore. It's so AIDS just reading the word Discord over and over and over and over and over and over. Whatever you like. This Kick is literally just bots. I'm not even gonna hold you. Kick is just mostly bots. Okay. Is there anything I really need to do, I guess? Let me see. Sweet. Dude, Janae Eichel's voice makes me melt. Shoot, what song was I just thinking of? I know what it was. Hey, rapper in. Oh. All right, chat. What's up? Let's play some CAD. Yeah. 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 All right, chat. Hey. All right, chat. We're gonna. Hold on, I need to adjust my stream really quick. Let's get it up tonight, baby. I got pain. I got pain, 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 pain. What is everybody on tonight, bro? He's playing ranked, playing BO6 ranked in the big 2025. That's fucking crazy, bro. Big 2025, we playing BO6 ranked? Come on now. One day I would like to live stream from a concert. That'd be so lit. Yeah. Boy, better now, better now. Not around, not around. That was good, the title card. How you doing tonight, baby? What's good with you? Come on, come on. I need to get my soundboard to work over on TikTok. I think it does, but I don't know. Whoa. Hold on right quick. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Sure, that should work. Better now, better now. That should work. Yo, JB twerking is crazy. What's good with you, EP? Why JB twerking? Yo, hey. Why can't I ever get a cool name, right? Like JB shooting, JB vibing. Why is it always JB twerking or Jay the fat man? Like bro, I need y'all to start gassing me up, man. I need some actual gas. You know what I'm saying? Like start gassing me up. It's always Jay big bag, Jay this, Jay that, Jay throwing ass. Like, bro, where's the gas? They gonna miss you when you're gone in life. I swear. I have questions. What's good with you, bro? Not around. Let you down. Let you down. 2016 Post Malone. Wait, was this 2016? No, this is 2018. I lied. 2018, 2016, 2018 Post Malone was crazy. We're gonna move on to a different song though. Yeah. Yeah. Da, 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 da. Yo, what's good with you, Joshua Brown? Hope you're having a good night today, man. What's good, brother? Let's get ready to rumble. Yo. What to call my own? I'm not alone. You wanna talk shit, just say it. Fago with the double cup, Fago with my double cup. We're gonna pause this really quick because I want to listen to the song again when we get through. Let's get it, baby. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. We gotta hit 1,000 likes by the end of this night. Bare minimum. Let's fucking get it, baby. Hope we win this game. I've had so many good games today that just did not go my way. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Ike, let's go Industries. Yo, what's good, Taco Sandwich? Jay Carter. Hope you're having a beautiful, blessed night. Happy Saturday. Where's this fat ass at? No. Yeah, I don't know what that guy's doing. Yo, chill, cuz. I was shooting at you. Alright, I'm done. Just not bothering that guy. Dude, he one-tapped me with a melee? What? Bro, what? Nah, that's good. Nah, what? Get the bro, that's actually outrageous. Yeah, mods? On the stream, no. But nobody usually bothers me too much, so I just haven't gotten them yet. Okay, bro. Can I please? Can I mod? I won't necessarily say no. I just think you need to stick around for a little bit so I get to know people. Even like with my Twitch streams and stuff, that's how I always am, you know what I'm saying? Where do you think you're going, you fat ass? You hear their footsteps right under here, bro.
Squad mates back on station. Good work.
I don't like this position. Sure. Stop me for a second. Should I should probably go to this one maybe? These guys are, I'm gonna expect them to die. Oh yeah, we're heartbeat censoring. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's some people here, aren't there? Or am I faded? Hello? I don't know who we're fighting.
Enemy UAV overhead.
I had a feeling somebody was over there, dude. Might be able to grab my stuff. Because I don't trust that loadout at all. Why did he just melee?
You're getting another chance. Weapons free.
Do it. This is the third time in a row I've had to pick my stuff up. I just see somebody right there, or am I tweaking?
Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy deployed an advanced UAV. Hostile UAV in the area. Enemy UAV is online. Mate is redeploying. Well done. Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy dropping into the AO. You have reinforcements inbound.
I had to play smart right there for a sec.
Hostile UAV in the area.
I see we're not on the same page. Oh wow, he actually managed to get me back. That's actually crazy. Nice. Yeah, no business winning that game, honestly. That was a weird game. Yep, that's right. Where did the other guy go? Did he down that guy? I'll take that dub. Not a very good one, but I'll take it. Chat, I'm gonna grab a drink from the kitchen right quick.
We died, it would not.
I'll take a little dubski. Sure. I'll keep up the play again. Fuck it. Take care.
Now I can't stop blinking. Get pipe, get ready.
We're holding.
Okay. Let's get it, baby. That was crazy. I love when I shoot like this, bro. What? What? How does he beat me there? What? Dude, what is our yellow teammate doing? He's not doing shit, actually. Dude, these guys are actually like not doing literally anything. Please don't all die. Thank God. Okay. Hey, when people go AWOL when they quit the game, you know. I know they're gonna come up this ladder.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
The top of this tower. Do like everybody else does. What? We're really doing that right now? Really gave us the roof? That's actually kind of crazy. Oh, this thing sucks, bro. Oh. I saw the ping on the minimap too late. Nice. Stay alive, just stay alive, please just stay alive. Just stay alive, just stay alive, just stay alive. That's all you need to do, man, just stay alive. Oh! I forgot I had auto deploy off, honestly. Are there no plates around here? Oh, this is not the Krieg loadout I like. Where'd the killstreak go? I tried. Oh, it was a different squad fighting them. Where did this guy come from? What can you do, man? I should have went back and bought the gas mask like I said I was going to. Should have bought that. Should have bought some streaks. I had the money. Shouldn't have sat there. What can you do, man? My teammates didn't leave. I could have bought us back, but whatever. Got to get us back in the fight, but they left literally as they died. So crazy, bro. I'm gonna run to the bathroom right quick. Hey, welcome back.
Best friend to 23, she left her body and hovered above me. Best friend to 23, I heard the heavens crying above me. They gained an angel, I lost a friend. I felt like dying again and again. I went through hell, stared at death, but I keep fighting with each living breath. I saw no way out from where I stood. Felt like the fire had burned me through. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better.
Apparently the old man finals is going on, chat, for the like the CDL old man league or whatever it's being called. Wait, hold on. Where's the Discord for this?
Oh, they're getting gas. Hold on.
God damn it, I'm full dope. Sorry, roommates.
All right, quick chat.
They're getting hyped up.
You have to have crypto to be able to enter this Discord? Alright, well, I'm not gonna enter that Discord then. I don't have all this crypto shit set up. I don't add people on Discord, sorry. I know it's a bot, but I need to be able to put every single phrase or add me on Discord. into my banned words. I hit the bit in the back and she like, ooh, hey. All right, so if I've learned anything, kick actually might not be worth it because I'm quite frankly sick of all the bots. I could ask my homie Goose if he wants to play. His lobbies are kind of a cakewalk, I ain't even gonna hold you. Is this the right Discord? What the f? What is this? All right, quick. Okay. This is the Discord that I was thinking of. Big man, I need to keep this energy going though. Oh, this is a classic, bro.
What's really going on? Drizzy back up in this thing, I'm ready. What's happening? Gone for surgery, but now I'm back again. I'm about my paper like a motherfucking scratch and win. World Series attitude, champagne bottle life. Nothing ever changes, so tonight is like tomorrow night. I will have a model wife. Yo, bitch is as hot as ice. Every time you see me, I look like I hit the lotto twice. Drake, you got him, right? Yeah, I got him, bun.
I was sitting on 14 too, bro. What can you do, man? Hush got a gun. Credit cards and a lot of ones, yeah. Someone tell Mariah I'm on fire. She should work tonight. It'd be worth the flight. To the perfect height. Twerk something basic. I don't judge her, I don't judge her, but I could never love her until she have met another. About to spaz and we keep up, but whoever gotta speak up or sweep up. Getting all my lyrics wrong tonight. And Drake just stands for do right and kill everything. I told her I'd admit it. I hope one day we'll get married just to say we did it. Yeah, all right, let's get in the game. Checking on my Discords to see if anybody is trying to run. Hi, Diggly. What is happening up here? Holy smokes, what is actually happening in this room? What the f- What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay. Yep. You're so floaty in this game. I don't think anybody's over here. I might actually start running this gun with the sight, to be honest. I really don't like its irons. This is great. All right. Nice little reset. That's unfortunate. I want to get this guy so badly. He's not happy. I'm saying keep watching it too.
Hostile UAV in the area. Maybe you should leave me lonely. It's good that you bear me coming for me. I keep seeing Timmy's my car. The type of one you see goes so blind. Everything in life feel like it's good I keep seeing Timmy's my car.
Oh my god, dude. It doesn't feel good to get chased down now, does it? That dude was not happy, bro. No, dude. Oh man, I shouldn't have done that. I should have just I had a feeling I was gonna lose that gunfight for some reason. I was thinking about Resurgence. This guy doesn't have the sauce. This is awkward.
UAV in the area. Enemy
I don't really like the circle. And I drop a plate that I don't have. That's crazy. So close, man. There's 3 of them left too, dude. That's unfortunate. Just had the vantage point. I need something to play with some people, bro. I can't do randoms anymore. The vibes ain't there. I should have rotated when they were I should have rotated when they were fighting the other team, honestly.
Continue doing what they want to do.
All right, I need to find a squad, chat. I can't do this anymore.
Wake up, no, I ain't wake up. Honestly, I've been up, I've been grinding, try to get my cake up. Can't take no pay cuts. We done showed them they can't tame us, they couldn't break us.
I don't know what I want to do here.
Famous, try and get that cake up. I walk in the Mary, then I mix with Mark Jacobs. You try to walk a mile up in my shoes, you better lace up. I ain't worried about that bitch, I had to buy a lace right. I'm a snuffer on niggas who said I'd have changed up. Yeah, different type of bag, gotta keep it on the low. Different type of swag, I'ma give it to a hoe. How you walk inside the jewelry store and they say they was getting money. You see they jumping deck to deck, remind me of a bungee. I'm pouring up a double cup, you know I like it muddy. And no, you can't come over here, cause you are not my buddy. I'm way from outer space. I need my space.
What's up, Jay? Yeah, we're on the front page today. We're on the front page, Jay. How we doing? Shout out to Jay the Gamer as well. How's your Saturday going?
By the pint, no, I can't fuck with beer. Niggas say they fuck with me, but honestly don't want them
It's
near.
a long
I can
stream. We'll be
see it in
streaming
his
for
eyes,
a
he ain't
total
a
of
man
8
showing fear. They telling me
Oh man. All right, chat. I need like a dedicated squad. I can't do this anymore.
stuck in my ways. No, I don't wanna talk to nobody. That's not my style. I'm trying to get out of here. I'ma be gone for a while. They say they want beef, but I'm black and white like a cow. I'm running up the miles. Wake up, no, I ain't wake up. Honestly, I've been up. I've been grinding, try to get my cake up. Can't take no pay cuts. We done showed them they can't tame us. They couldn't break us. Stay down, fuck being famous. Try and get that cake up. I walk in the Mary, then I mix with Marc Jacobs. You try to walk a mile up in my shoes, you better lace up. Worry about that bitch, I had to buy a lace front. I'm a stuff for all them niggas who said I'd have changed up.
Actually, saw probably 2 scrolls in the
Diamonds
right
in a
of
cross,
Kate's.
diamonds in my teeth. I'ma smile when
I'm
I
next to
floss.
I'm next to
I
Kai
ain't
Cenat.
rocking Hugo, but they know
I don't
that
have
I'm
the
a
same
boss.
vibe, but that's
Different
still
kind of
cool.
swag, you can tell when I
Asian
ain't boss.
American Pacific Islander.
Yeah, he
It's
different, how
actually
he
a
talk.
whole bunch of other letters like
I'm on point like a hawk.
it's like
Gotta pay
it's like
attention, they gon' try to take me
Asian
off.
American,
Niggas see me out in public, they can't play me soft.
Native.
How I feel when you got that record deal. Well, I just kept it 100, I need 100 mil. Not worrying about you
Pacific
people, I'm not
Islander?
caring how you feel. Let's only
I
keep
forgot.
it real.
It's like
This shit can get so real.
AANIHPI.
Oh man, I need a squad, bro.
I just know like AAPI.
I did not know. I'm out here learning the tricks right now. Yo, Engine with a 47.
I need to find a dedicated squad, man.
I'm holding my breath and watching my step. I'm listening, regressing. You made that list. You're my depression. Your first impression wasn't deception. You
All right, let me see what we can do here. Cause man, dude, this has been one of them nights, bro. Like solo queue really isn't fun. I just don't like solos for real. Big bang, I'm about these thrillers, ayy. Yeah, shit, dude. I need a squad. I can't solo queue anymore. I don't know if this guy's gonna want to play or not. So screw all that. Bro, where is everybody at tonight, man? Nobody's on the games. Nobody's on the games tonight, bro. Like, I swear, it's so hard to find people that actually want to play games nowadays, man. Everybody's just doing their own thing for real. Shit, I guess we could, oh, you know what? Let me hit up Tay. Let me see, is Tay up? These lobbies have honestly been so chill today too. That's the best part. If not, I honestly think I might hop on Marvel Rivals. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Yep. And I dropped my phone. Okay.
I'm a baller. Get my car, you look up, you see stars. I'm a baller. People start running when they see us from afar. I'm a baller. Jumped off the bench and I turned into a star.
All right, I'm trying to see if I can find a full squad to play some games with right now, man, because this solo queue in life is just not the wave. You feel me?
I'ma walk on stage, my ass on red, yeah, fuck what she say.
All right, yep. I don't know if I'll get a squad actually. I lied. Never mind. We made it to 1.6K likes, though, which is pretty cool on TikTok. But I don't think I'm gonna find a full squad tonight, man. That's unfortunate, man. Man. Big Bay, all my brothers drillers, a drippy red. Yep. All right. I don't have a full squad, so. Woo wee.
Sir.
Holy shit, you just scared the hell out of me. You just scared the absolute hell out of me. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
What are you doing?
Trying to find squads to play something.
So you can play with Bri, but I'm getting off.
Bro, you get
Apex.
Bro, you get
Nah, bro, I gotta work
you
tomorrow.
got work on a Saturday, dog? Or on a Sunday?
Sunday. Yeah. Mother's Day.
Ooh.
I'll be working. Yeah. Yeah. I haven't played COD in a minute either, Jay. I've just been on the old Apex.
That'd be perfect, actually, because I could use your lobbies.
Oh, you don't want my you don't want my lobbies.
What's your KD on Rebirth?
No, I'm talking about Apex.
No, I was talking about COD. Yeah, I was saying I could use your lobbies on COD.
Oh yeah. God, I can't even tell you.
Shaking my head, bro.
-4.
You hop on too late, dude.
I mean, I saw you in here earlier. But I mean, I saw you in here earlier, but y'all was playing Apex, so I didn't want to bother y'all. I don't know, maybe, man. All right, yeah, sounds good. I had to catch y'all on the news going around.
Have a lovely night.
Yeah, same to y'all. Same to y'all.
Barry, you on tomorrow today?
No, tomorrow's gonna be busy because it's Mother's Day.
Mother trucker, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing stuff with the moms.
I did. We go another day then.
All right, bro. That sounds good to me, man. I'll catch you later, bro. Dude, I can't find a lobby, man. This sucks. I'd love to play with a squad right now. I don't feel like playing. Honestly, this just might be my time. This just means I probably need to play something else if we're being real. But I don't really feel like playing a single player game. Like I got Neon Guts. Yeah. Like I got Neon Guts. Like I got Neon Guts, yeah. I don't know what I want to play. Like I got Neon Guts. Who is this? Wait, this background is fire. All right, chap. What do we want to do? Do you want to keep playing Warzone? Or what do we want to do, man? I don't want to solo queue. Stream plays. What are you guys doing?
See this crown right here?
Might I ask what you?
Oh my God! He just ran right in front of me.
What are you thinking?
Games are in session. This is the quiet lobby. Quiet voice chat.
He's right here.
Are y'all
Somebody just like me from fucking
Y'all play Warzone?
Yes.
Yeah, play it.
Oh, he's one. Fuck.
Do y'all mind if I join? I'm lonely.
You can't rank.
Oh shit. Never mind.
I hit him with a precision. He was trying to fight, honestly. There's another one landing at that bunker right there. He's probably leading us.
Dude, everybody's got a squad today, man. This is actually killing me.
Yeah.
Our bitch ass teammate, scary.
And oh, I don't know what to do. Another game, another night, and no dedicated squad.
I will.
This sucks, bro. Another night, no squad. Okay, dude. I really don't feel like solo queuing anymore in any games, dude. Just.
Spend time with you all day. But I gotta get to the morning, baby. We both love these honeys, yeah. Once I'm finished with my job, baby girl, yeah, I'm on my way, yeah. I'ma copy that new purse if I see it up on display. And you know I don't say things just to say things.
I'm just trying to find a squad, man. Like nobody. I don't know, bro. Everybody's got somebody to run stuff with tonight, man. Sucks. Should we watch Evo? Oh, it's the finals for Evo. So I think Twitch is down. Oh, that's why there's 66,000 people watching Tekken. Fuck it, bro. Let's watch Tekken. Hold on. Let's watch a little Evo, man. It is what it is.
The entire composition of offense and how he structured his offense against Ulsan, like you said, completely different from me. Even where he stood in a lot of the range that he was playing at, it was like you could perceive it against Knee, especially where there was a lot more wider range maintained, and that was mostly because of Knee's defensive style and Knee's movement, right? But against Ulsan, go in.
But remember the first game. The first game, Mulgold versus Knee, he was taxing them ankles. Sidestep forward.
I've never really played like fighting games. Like I played a little bit of Tekken growing up, like when I went over maybe my brother's house or something or whatever. But I didn't play a whole lot of Tekken.
And Mulgold was like, you know what? Let me back up a little bit, and he was like, oh, thanks. Now you open up the floor for me to go crazy.
I feel like that's the natural bait, though. It's like, I want you to be confident that you could go for these moves, then I'll seal it away when I need it.
Yep. That's
and on his side, then he starts going in the cannonball straights and, of course, some of the mid options and movement that Brian has. But before we get to our next match, we got to give a special thank you to all the people that helped make EVO Japan 2025 possible. And, of course, that's PlayStation Tournaments. And, look, if you guys are watching, you're enjoying seeing all the games and seeing the crowds, seeing the events that you guys are watching here.
All right.
You can be a part of it, too. You can combo the competition, and we'll combo the rewards. Make sure you guys look up the PlayStation Tournaments that are going on in your region. They got them for all different kinds of games, all different times of regions. And you can win a chance to become an EVO champion, to come out here and enjoy this with us, be a part of the competition, become a champion yourself.
Yeah, you can win cash, tournament prizes. All you got to do is sign up to the PS5 and be able to play in those tournaments. Uh-oh. You guys ready for this one? This is the Jack. This is the Ninja. A match that we never see.
Yeah, especially not in 08. I don't even know what this looks like yet.
I mean, you can probably imagine it's going to be, Mao is going to definitely be trying to space out with 2, 4-2. He's going to have the ever-present threat of something like back 1+2, the double punches like that, quick attacks that are able to impose on Raven and also make Raven second guess about doing any airborne style approaches. Like, right, being able to intercept and get a float combo, float sequence that could come out in that could play out in big ways. But also the threat that we saw Mao consistently putting on the table earlier, the barrier. The barrier, how is that going to play into this? Is that going to create a sense of hesitation on Pena's side in his approach? Is he really going to be willing to just run up there and just go for counter hit jackknives, work the down back 2 mix, and then just try to run game from there? Is he going to try to open with Soul Zone, back up? I don't know what this looks like either.
This comes down to ninjutsu science, man. What is stronger? Is it the chakra? Is it the shadow clones, or is it the molecular level of machinery nowadays? Man,
Ninja
there's
science.
tech now.
Ninja science, bro.
I don't know, man. We can geek out on
I
this.
can't believe people are able to play with like those little like little handhelds. I don't know what you really call it, but like the little boards, you know? I know that's like the original like device to use for fighting games, but it's actually crazy to me like how people train on these things. Bro on the left needs a haircut. Like he's got hair in his eyes, literally.
Raven versus Jack here. You got to think, too, 13-frame punishment. That's going to be a big deal, especially against Raven.
And the range.
Yeah.
I think the fact that Jack, and I talked about him having like options to move around, but still, he's going to have to bet a lot bigger than Raven's going to have to get his game started. We're going to see a lot of the bubble. We're going to see it, and I think that's what's going to really control the pace. And, man, I got to say shout outs to like Joe Crush. Shout outs to Saint. who have really kind of put this bubble play into the mix, man. Like, they have really been like, hey, we need to make sure this is a part of our game. And on top of that, they've changed it to the point where, like, you should be using it, especially in a sense in where, like you said, you can't sidestep for real with Jack. You really have to overcommit in some situations, especially matchups like this.
It forces every Jack matchup into a chess matchup.
It does.
You have to look at it differently. You have to be patient. One of the things I want to specifically call out, the way that Pena plays too, he has to be very careful. He doesn't want to get clipped on the back of the head, because if he gets clipped on the back of the head with the make some noise, he is going to get destroyed. That is a ton of damage, raw damage before the launch. Anyways, we're going to get into this Midnight Siege. There are some hazards on the stage. Let's see what happens.
Bro, this entrance is ridiculous.
Remember when he came back? I was so happy, bro.
When he says, witness the results of my
People
training,"
love Tekken, man.
Let's go.
I'm curious to see too.
He got benched.
They
For a
did.
game. How Pena uses throws in his approach too.
We'll find out.
He's already doing some damage to him too.
Oh, that's a
Okay,
big
watch
thing.
that reminder,
Hmm.
right? Counter hit jackknife. He finds the launch.
Yep, he's going to get the other side of the wall too. Let's see what kind of mix-ups
And the
he's going to
stage
employ.
has it if he wants to.
The up kicks in the activation here.
Yeah, keep the mix.
I was about to say, he's stun locking him.
Be careful.
Oh, I thought he's about to do it. Oh, trying to go for the armor. I like the patience for Pena here. Now he has the opportunity to use the stage hazard. No, just taking the mix.
Bro, he's getting his ass
I
whooped,
like it.
actually.
Save it for later. What a duck and a block. Ah, we were just looking at that too. Using the armor from back turn. I love the fact that he has. Like,
What's the strat really like?
I don't actually love it, but it's good for Raiden.
That's something I was curious about. Stuff like running 3 as an advance for Pena. How is that going to interact with barrier, and how is Mao going to leverage that in terms of
Damn.
especially at that far range like that? You saw immediately.
Bro, he's getting his ass whooped.
Mao willing to put it on the table, but just like that, shadow clones at the wall. Pena right back in here. Momentum on his side.
Oh, for
Ooh.
rocket kick.
That's a lot of damage.
Okay. Going back turn. I love
Good
that committed to
reaction,
the
too.
low. And look at the Stonewall defense. Yo, make some noise.
Make some noise, Steve.
Yo, Mo, it'll make some noise.
Fisher with the upper. This time gets the windmill kick.
Defense looking a lot more solid. He first. Yeah, back up. Back up. I said back up. You're too close, man.
Oh yeah, he's got this round for sure.
The wall. The block. The 4-4-3.
I feel like every single game and set that we've seen from Pena has been straight mauling. Straight mauling. Oh my God.
Why is he staying
Oh, he got the hit. Staying alive. Bro, these guys.
Down back to trading. Cross chop parried.
And still, Moyo was waiting. He was ready.
Bro, there's nothing better than watching two people beat the shit out of each other.
Pena has to be careful. He's getting too comfortable with these poses.
Mmm. Mmm. Mmm.
He's willing to go with that in a lot of these back turn mix-ups. Mix up
some
with the power crusher.
Damn.
Oh, he has levels. Oh, he missed the second hit.
Break again. Break again.
Yo, show them all the
Give him
breaks.
hell.
Take him through the command
defense
list.
right now.
Take him through the command list.
Oh, you got to be careful. He has heat.
Yo, he
He
canceled
can't
the
get zapped. He can't
heat
get
standing
zapped.
up.
Oh my
Lay
God.
on him.
You
Put him
ain't
in a
breaking this.
blender.
You ain't breaking this.
Bro, did he just lay on
My
him?
man's got the animatronic arms, though.
Might be GG.
Man, them things you just scared the hell
Oh
out
no,
of
there we go, there we go.
Bro, when they was like, we taking you there for your birthday, I was like, don't take me to that place. What the hell?
But the jab jackhammer string able to win out here for Mao.
So like, are there like bans and protects in this game?
Jab's able to interrupt, but again, the axe kick.
That was big.
Able to crush the low here, and look at the reward.
Damn.
All with the install on.
Bro, I would be raging if I got stun locked like this.
Oh, jab challenge gets the counter hit. Try to get the wall splat, not able to do it, but Soul Zone power.
Spins it. Not ducking, though.
Soul Zone forcing the mids here.
And Pena noticed it. And Pena noticed. Not ducking, and Pena noticed.
He is feeling himself today.
Confidence, I told you, that's a big thing with his performances. If he starts riding that wave of energy, and if he starts feeling good, it shows in his play and his decision.
Is it, how many games do they play? Like, what's the best of?
He's about to just explode on everybody.
It's like
that's what he's doing, dog. You know how it goes.
He's like Eddie Murphy right now, bro. He's just like sitting in the cockpit. I've been waiting for this. He's been waiting for this. And again, it's like I said, I feel like there's been a sense of pressure on him just because everyone else on his squad has had some level of success.
Yes.
And so when you're the only one that isn't posting some kind of results like that, and even though, you know, everybody's friends or whatever, they're not gonna like do it like, you know, look at you like that.
I'm gonna be very honest. Y'all must have forgot about Pena.
Obviously, I'm looking.
Not us.
Not
we
us,
were
we know,
professionals,
we know.
but everybody else, they definitely forgot about Pena.
Yeah, they look at the hot numbers, bro. They don't care. They don't care.
Oh, bigger stage. Here we go. Pena again. He has been putting everybody through the blender.
This time going to be a little bit harder to find the wall, but now you see the Pena step starting to come out a little bit. The movement tech, counter hit jackknife again, willing to challenge in some of these situations from the crouch dash, and he's had great returns so far. When they end with the 4-4-3 there, going in the back turn, finding a lot of straight hits, whiff on the 4-4-2 there, back turn, low step, and get out of dodge.
Yo, make some noise though.
Of course, a 4-2 this time.
I don't really like know what to say like when I watch stuff like this, because I don't know the esport that well.
From Moel really hurt him. I mean, obviously steering away from like the 2-1s, going more for the.
I do think it's cool though. It's just like with any other sport. Exploring different sports is so cool to me.
I like what he's doing here because he's forcing him to go for these smaller pokes, but then the jack. Okay, let's see what he does.
Yo, make some noise though.
Damn.
Make some noise though.
I didn't hear you the first.
It was like a best of 4, like a best of 5, or.
He almost got him with the punish there too. That would have been sick.
Working the full crouch mix there.
Oh,
that was godlike.
Oh my God.
The counter
was
teleport.
ridiculous.
Back 1+2, the great equalizer with the dash to follow it up. That's the layer 2. That's layer 2. Fine, you want to run the barrier? I got the ninjutsu.
Right? To get jutsu, bro.
Okay, down back 2-1 this time. Let's the high string rip. Working the low jabs.
I
Stand
like
jabs
that.
to interrupt. 4-2 with the upper.
Oh, the blue stuff.
Oh, the bull rush. Astaroth.
Oh, dang. Now that you just said that, that's exactly what it is. That's crazy.
Oh, he got him. He caught him. Whip punish just in time. This is big for Moel.
Yo, hit him with the flex, though.
Oh!
Nah, Tekken is funny, bro. The entire goal: whoop the shit out of your opponent until they're out cold.
I would do it. I would do it. Get rid of the gray and stuff.
Yeah.
He's not gonna kill. He's gonna put him into dash, makes him still has heat.
Yo,
this is in his advantage. He's gonna pull out his homies for sure.
The added utility of using, you know, rage art, making cash out early so they don't get recoverable life, is something that I love about the meta of Tekken 8.
All that just to slide in with
Damn.
the chop and put Pena on set point against Maui here.
Oh, too slow.
2-4 punish and then 4-2 to interrupt. Get the aerial advances. How many times? He hasn't gotten clean floats, but he's had a lot of interrupts on his advances through the air.
Down 1, 4-2, two of the options that have really been helping him out. So he's got to be careful going to those lows. You can see Pena kind of stuttering,
That
showing it in
duck
his face.
too, yeah. He knows to look for these
Bait
jabs
it.
and these highs.
Look at the patience. The boss said make some noise.
Okay, quick counter hit. Follow. What's the mix? He stays on the floor. That's smart.
Cancel. Oh, so sick. Yo, close the distance.
Oh my God. Oh, he got
and
him
the bubble.
Sheesh.
Kids.
Nah, this shit's crazy. I couldn't play something like this.
Pena does not want to let his opponent live any longer. I'm thinking he's gonna go in. The mix-ups.
I mean, look at the back and
Bro, I would rage if I just get stun locked over and over. Like this definitely takes some like dedication and patience.
Change his timing up too. You see him really, really alternating, especially after some of these jackhammers. Been mixing options, mixing timing, activation, spike. Yep.
And now you see Pena start going for more of those low crushes, right? Just to be sure. Mail adjust himself, start adding more of those jabs. Wow.
Oh!
My God,
He's still alive.
That took off mad damage.
Okay, that goes to him.
Yeah. Good.
That goes to him.
Boy, ill.
That was a straight ass whooping on his part. All right,
My man was just looking up like, yes.
just gotta keep on going, right?
Angelic. It's the light on top of his head, bro.
So look, yeah, have y'all taken a picture with the Moel glasses, bro? He has the glasses he would bring with him, and he make the crazy faces. That guy, him right there, Moel.
Shout out to Moel. Moel and his wife's super supportive. I'm sure she's in the crowd here.
Actually, one of the coolest people ever.
Pulls up to every event. Yeah, every event.
Actually, one of the coolest people ever.
They go out of their way to say hello too. It's real nice.
Always show love. They always show love. Actually, she gave me this bracelet.
Part of me mildly wants to rant right now about Warzone for some weird reason, but I really hope that they are able to like fix the skill-based matchmaking in COD at some point or another, bro. I don't understand why I'm gifted teammates. I had a guy yesterday I played with a random. No, it was this morning. He said he doesn't play the game that often, or he rarely ever plays it. I'm like, why am I getting this guy? I had like 14 kills in a game in a Rebirth lobby halfway through it. He had 2, and he sat on 10K. Didn't buy UAVs, barely bought teammates back. I had to beg him for cash. Like, look, man, I get it. Not everybody can be good at the game, and I'm okay with that. But what I want is balance. I get so tired of having to carry 2 people with no thumbs against Navy SEALs. Can I please get some real teammates in COD? That's all I ask. And I don't think that's a really crazy request. Just 2 people that can mildly shoot straight. That's all I want. That's all I want. It doesn't need to be anything crazy. It doesn't need to be anything like I don't need the sweatiest team in the world. I just need people with more than 2 brain cells on my team regularly. It's actually crazy, bro. Like, I just get tired of carrying people, man. That's how it's been my last maybe 15, 16 games. Me in double digits multiple times, and my teammates barely having 1 to 2 kills. Like, and I'm playing the sweatiest people in the world half of the time. Bro, did a fist just fall from the sky?
He has range, though. He has range. This is huge.
Yeah, he's still alive.
Guess for game.
Damn.
That was bad.
That's a huge round.
Yeah, that's a huge round. Momentum.
Yapari jabs, Jackhammer able to spike him out the air. Down back 2, working the lows.
Jackhammer is the one that has been missing from this. Jackhammer is the one that has been missing from this. Oh my God.
That's a sequence.
Oh, what unfortunate.
Damn.
What happened with the combo?
Oh, he's stuck in the corner. Oh, he's getting his ass whooped. It's so over. Oh.
What a chase down. What a chase down. Keeping the pressure.
Wait. Hold.
I said no.
Hold on.
Oh my God.
Oh no, he's gonna be stuck in that loop. I don't even know this game, and all I know is this guy has a crazy loop he can put people in. Oh shit.
Oh my God. He got it.
He's gonna finish him here with his ultimate. Nah, that's so extra. That is so extra. He felt that one. You can see it in his face. He felt that one. Oh, just right out the gate, he's whooping his ass. Oh.
Just a little bit.
Oh, he was looking for the sweet chin music too. Pena with the down back 2. Shadow clone active, got the wall now.
Shit, bro. He can still recover. He's got time. He's dealing big damage. Oh.
Did so much life. He's healing up. He got rage too. It's over.
That should be the end of the run for Mo Hill. He's going home.
Is that his ult?
Pena is going on. And man, I would
That's the end? That's the end of his run? Bro, he almost saved it. He almost saved it. You can see the nerves settling in. You can see the nerves.
Back in that last series, coming from Mo Hill right there was absolutely ridiculous. What an amazing.
He's just gonna walk off too. No fist bumps. He ain't got time for that shit. He ain't got time for it. No fist bumps. None of that, man.
He just got in. He just locked it with a hell of a set too, by the way. I loved how from game to game you saw layers of that matchup develop. Bruh,
beautiful set.
The barrier versus the
IQ would be fun to go to Japan for something like this.
had answers for that. He was ready with the back 1+2 several times after some close quarters parries like that. And you saw the plays in the Yomi layers develop so much around the threats of counters and parries. That was a mad fun set to watch.
Oh my God.
That's why they don't give it to us all the time. We don't see those characters because it's too hype. What's up, girl? My name's Pena. I'm trying to put it in you. That's what I think about when I see that smile on his face. He just got in EWC.
Oh damn, that was an EWC qualification match? I'd be tilted too. I'd be throwing shit too. I'd be walking off like that too.
Competition.
We're waiting for you.
You're gonna be waiting a long time. I don't go. I ain't got one of them. I ain't got one of them in the tank. I can tell you that right now. Oh my God, that set was crazy. Oh my God,
It was
dude,
fun.
from two characters.
Yo,
We
yo,
were
you're
just talking about how we don't even see that matchup like that, and we saw layers of how that matchup can be played across the board. The fact that people would say that extension from the bubble, the follow-up kick. A lot of people will tell you that move is useless. It's high. It doesn't do anything. Look how many games that you saw Mauel using the bubble before he started using that attack. He used it 3 or 4 times in succession. It hit every time.
Yeah.
It was so smart, and it played out so well.
Especially game 1. Game
Nah,
1,
bro.
The bubble representation.
This game is crazy.
That set was so sick. Oh, that set was sick.
And you know what? We got more bangers after this.
This
This
true?
was a great loser break, but
I'm gonna grab something from the kitchen right quick.
That's absolutely true.
Oh man, I can't
that's
wait.
absolutely true.
Offline Tekken is the best.
I mean, I'm still interested to see what happens on this next set. Because that sets up Molgold versus what, Pinion then, right? Am I tripping? But nah, man, dude, this set was ridiculous. This set was actually ridiculous, bro. The bubble.
I mean, not having seen this matchup a lot, it was such a treat to see the strategies they have employed. Again, just to kind of take each other's turn back.
The spring up here getting him killed. The Pinion step to make you think I'm gonna do something.
And the way he played crouch
This
dash
set,
the
bro,
entire
look at
time.
Look at this. Look at this, bro. Oh my God.
Bending, and then finally I'll leverage a bet. He waited the whole set. He waited the whole set to finally take it. And in the same round, threw out 2 outstanding ones like that. The unsafe option. Throughout the entire set up until this point, he'd been relying mostly on a mix of lows and safer and fast mids in conjunction with that crouch dash while standing to that jackknife. On counter hit will launch like that. You saw it have good success a lot of time against Mao, but then also Mao started to counter, and he started to have some successful barriers and also some successful interruption attempts. But it felt like the fact that in desperation, in a moment like that, where him to just pull out the while standing ones like that was crazy. But that, like you said, Steve, Molgold versus Pina for losers semifinal. But we got to talk about that winners final set, Mangja versus Knee.
Oh man, and just for the record, because of new rules, TWT top 4 is 3 out of 5.
We gotta give it to you long set style. Molgo versus Pina versus Mangja and Knee. Man. But that's congratulations to 4 of these players here.
Yeah, man.
You know, like we said, right? This is a high stakes event. Not only are you going to get Master Plus points for your Tekken World Tour total, which for several of these players they're no strangers to, obviously, but the top 4 placers get those coveted EWC ticket slots. We're going to see them in Riyadh, in Saudi Arabia this summer. Congratulations, Mangja, Knee. Mangja's not your first time qualifying to this event. Mangja, Knee, but huge congratulations to, of course, Pina and now Molgold as well. Pina, I know you guys saw him the second that match ended up he shot up in his chair. I told you this dude is an emotional guy. He has been wanting to grab that ticket for over a year, I promise.
Again, the sole Japanese representative here that's left in the tournament.
Oh, that's
the
true.
crowd.
Oh, that's
the
a big
energy,
dub.
The pride you got to think about going into this. It's gonna. I mean, he has a lot of momentum right now. He has a lot of momentum. I think it's gonna be tough for anybody to put a stop to him right now.
We're about to find out, man. You got to go through. His next opponent's pretty tough.
It's some landmines. If he really gonna get that W, he got some big mines. And then he has a giant bomb waiting on him with Knee being right there too, bro. I'm just saying.
But with that said, we're gonna get into our next match. But man, I feel like we're not talking enough. Dude, this was like a 950-man tournament.
Yeah,
it's close to 1,000 people.
This was not a small tournament at all. It's no strange. You know, for as much as people have been talking about consistency and like how the game plays out this patch, it's kind of interesting to see. In spite of all that, most of this top 8 is the consistency. It's players. It's no surprises here.
I mean, look, if that's been a large topic, right? Where people are like, man, I don't know how to handle these things. These players are adapting. They're adapting so well that they're still playing and placing in the same situations as they always been. And like you said, this is what, 950-man tournament where you still had the hardest hitting players in the world of Tekken right now trying to claim that EVO Japan 2025 trophy, and his Pina's in the running to do just that.
Yeah, I mean, of course, like Pina and Mauil, but I mean, that sounds so weird to even say, like, you know, obviously, like I said before, towards the tail end of last year, didn't have the same level of success that I think he had in the initial start of the year, right? but it's not like it's a random. It's not like Pina's random. It's not like Mao is random.
It's like what you said before, man. To be a winner in this game, it's literally about the consistency. You trying to clamor and hold on to an old way to play the character, it does nothing but hold you back. You got to move on.
It's not just a consistency of winning either. It's a consistency of just keep playing.
Yeah,
trying to learn
man,
the game.
that's exactly.
And several of the players, it's Pina, it's Nee, especially Nee went under so much criticism for not playing the game, not using the heat. And of course, look where he's at now. He is dominating. He has been
using it better than most.
I'm glad you said that, Mark. It reminds me like I might be butchering the saying, but it was a saying I heard recently, and I think a lot about. Like, what is clutch? What is clutch? Clutch is like half the battle is just showing up. Oof. It's not showing up and being 100%, but it's showing up every time.
Yep. And get something out of it all the time.
People think it's showing up and being 100% every time, but it's more like some days you might show up and be 40%. Some days you might have 0% in the tank, but you show up anyway.
Yeah.
Some people show up and they got sometimes you show up, you got 90. Sometimes you got 100. Sometimes you got 110. But you got to show up. You got to keep the pressure on the game. And some of these guys, like I said, in spite of maybe lack of results,
I like this way he's describing success.
They kept putting pressure on the game, on their game, on their Tekken. Yeah. And then when you see it play out in this way, and they finally have the result that they've been looking for, that feels good. Even from third-person perspective, it just feels good to see people get rewarded.
I mean, well played across the board. I mean, this top 8 has definitely been exciting to watch so far. I'm watching a lot of these interactions where I'm looking at matchups that, like you said, we typically don't get to see being played out in real time.
Bubble counter, ninja parry on that, fine, back 1+2,
right.
like that. Those kind of
then you saw the evolution. At first, he chased would make some noise, right? Then he was like, "Oh, I need back 1+." Like he literally was like, "I have to figure this out right now." And
I might have to participate in this old heads league, honestly.
His matches where he was running over.
All right. While this game goes, we might
No, he can't do that. We have to interrupt him. I have to hit him with
we might
I'm a vampire in you this time. I'm gonna hit you with the Wild Rising one. It's like they just kept going further and further with specific moves. They might not be the exact same move. It might not be your down 4 or your Wild Rising 2. It might be your Wild Rising 1 this time.
We might play a little rank play.
4-3, looking for the low crush. Those are things you have to add to your game if you want to be successful.
Yeah, it was a cool set to watch, kind of like evolution. I think it was especially some specific aspects of those characters' toolkits interacting with each other. But coming up now, you see him on stage. Winners final. We're gonna run it. Nee versus Mangja. This is gonna be a 1st to 3. And I mean, Mark, we said it at the beginning of the bracket. It's no disrespect either, but I felt like everybody in here was looking at that second match of that top 8. Nee versus Mogul. Whoever wins that one puts themselves in the driver's seat going in the winners final. That's going to be a big momentum match. I still feel that way, to be honest with you. I feel like with the way Nee played and put himself in this position, if he gets this win, it's gonna be hard for either one of anybody left in this bracket to go over this dude 2 sets like that, man.
But I'm gonna tell you right now, you can't even blink and thinking that Mangja cannot run this. Like you cannot.
You got to remember, these guys have been playing against each other for many years. Mangja is not new. You might have heard of Mangja in recent years.
Right.
But
Talk to him, Mark.
This is the original Law player that used to travel, go to SBO tournaments. He's been around.